Hello, my beauties and beautifuls, and welcome to the All Around Natural Beauty channel, where I'm passionate about helping all victims of all ages and genders overcome the fear of facing your abusers and becoming survivors. What we about over here is about healing and becoming survivors because it's not your fault. You can't help it if you have been victimized, but if you are still here, then you owe it to yourself and to the victims behind you to heal from it so you can become a survivor and we can get the power back to the people. And so far, we have been coming together for justice for Shanquella now for the last month, since the 26th of November when we started on this journey. And along the way, we have learned a lot of stuff, but we here at the All Around Natural Beauty RN channel have stayed focused on the math and science. At least we've tried to. And then whenever they've tried to distract us, we bring it back to math and science. And so I'm just so grateful that we are building this community where we're doing this stuff. And look at y'all coming in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Looky here, looky here, looky here. I'm so grateful for y'all. I'm grateful for all the new subscribers and my new members and stuff. You know, you guys have really wanted to make sure we keeping justice for Shanquella around. And all right, there we go. Courtney Taylor, Justice for Shanquella, you know, led the way with making sure we stayed motivated, making sure I stayed motivated on this and not quit, not give up, and keep shouting out justice for Shanquella. Baby Sis says, I'm speaking this thumbnail into existence. 100% justice for Shanquella. Yes, yes, yes. She still balls. All right. And say her name. All right. That's excellent, Baby Sis. Thank you so much for that contribution. That is wonderful, y'all. That is so wonderful. I just feel so blessed and so loved with all of the love and support that we've been showing one another. I feel good about the community we're building over here, how we're able to, with this very sensitive subject, that we're able to handle some of the people that come in the chat that's maybe looking to stir up, you know, these laxatives that come up in here trying to stir up mess, trying to start mess. But, you know, we handle them with love and respect, and we reorient them back to reality, because what we don't do over here is delusional thinking, right? Because for those of you who don't know me, I'm 52 years old and I am a Gen Xer. And I like to shout out all my fellow Gen Xers out there, all my former latchkey kids, all my former abuse victims who had to just take it and suck it up, because back then, and even kind of today, still no voices for victims. You know, people don't get involved in domestic violence. It wasn't uncommon, you know, back in my day, if you wanted to beat the hell out of your kids, you just did it. Nobody said anything because them your kids, and if you want to beat the hell out of your kids, that's what you did. And we see that people are still doing that too in these relationships. And I was just thinking that maybe this whole femicide thing has been going on even here in America, but we just wasn't calling it that, right? With this whole domestic violence and stuff. And, you know, the same thing happening here. A lot of these men getting away with this. But thank you so much, Baby Sis. All right. Hey, Jody, what's going on? Hey, RN in chat. All right. What's up, Jody? Jamie says, justice for Shanquella. And hello, beautiful. Yep. Hello, my beautifuls and beauties all out there coming in here, helping to build this community. And I'm just excited about the videos that we're going to watch today. You know, y'all know I like to watch them, you know, fresh with y'all so we can do, you know, go through this together and stuff like that. But the title sounds pretty good. And it's a new creator, a new content creator that we're going to watch. And I had saw, you know, the channel, this content creator, but we haven't had an opportunity to see any of the videos. So it's kind of, I'm excited to see this perspective and all that good stuff. Issy. Courtney said, oh, I didn't read this one, sorry. Miss V, what's going on? Miss V says, hey, everyone. And Miss All Around Natural Beauty, I'm waiting to see what's new. Me too. Yeah, I'm excited. I feel pretty good. I've been feeling good about this because this week, it's been really, really heavy. I'm still going, this week we went through a roller coaster, and maybe tomorrow we'll talk about grief too, the stages of grief and all that stuff too. So it's going to be New Year's Eve, and for any of the people, like how we got together on Christmas, for the people that may be affected, with sad, feeling alone and all that stuff. So I'm going to be here, and I plan to bring the new year in with every little time zone. Like we'll do the East people first, and then we Centrals, and then of course my West Coast people. We're going to be bringing it in together as a community that we're building here in this virtual community. And I promise y'all, I do feel the love. I feel it. I feel it. And I'm so grateful. I'm grateful. Last night live was wonderful. I felt blessed that we had an opportunity to listen to Gerald's, perspective from the horse's mouth. We had been hearing all these little clips and nothing else going on. Courtney says, good evening, chat and All Around Natural Beauty, RN. All right. And I'm just going to go on and read this right now. All Around Natural Beauty, RN says, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances are made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. And we are doing all those things, all the above over here in our community. Staying focused on seeking justice for Shanquella. What's up, Marie? Say hello to everyone. All right. Math and science. Yes, exactly. I'm so grateful everybody is agreeing with that, right? Agreeing with that. And that's how we do stuff. Hey, Jazzy, what's going on? I like that. Hello. Yes. What's going on, Jazzy? Welcome. Hey, Tina. Hello. Let's get them. Yes, let's get them. Jazzy says, justice for Shanquella. Yes. And that's how we started to come together here for this justice for Shanquella. And along the way, some of us have felt like, we weren't going to get it because we look at some of the situations from the past. We've been bringing up the Kanika Jenkins case, and there's other femicides I've given in my testimony about my son's younger sister, Brittany Jasmine Hines, who is unsolved from 2011. And how this thing is it's just out there, and it's just been an eye opener for me, and I'm sure a lot of y'all too, because that's why we keep coming together here. Meeting in this name here. Let me sip my coffee before it get cold, though. Get a little sip. But welcome, y'all. That's good, too. All right. I'm so excited to be here. And hey, Scarlett, what's going on? Hello, Ari, and hello, everyone. We are here for the beautiful soul, Shanquella Robinson. Yes, thank you. We are. Thank you so much, Scarlett. And Baby Sis says, hi, chat and RN. All right, I love my greetings here. Courtney, not trying to change the subject, but how the murderers from Ohio was arrested and not Shanquella killer. Yeah, that's true. I did kind of see that they were talking about that and stuff too. But I think, y'all, we're going to have some good news. I really do. And I'm excited about this content creator. It looked like it's going to be something really good. And Marie says, amen, I'm a survivor. Okay, yes, good. And that was really my whole focus, because I believe that the reason why a lot of things are continuing to happen is because victims stay silent, because these abusers and families protect the same way people were feeling like, these Cabo Six has been, covered and protected by these enabling family members, right? And so it's often true that these abusers, these child molesters, right? These abusers are enabled by family members who don't report them. So they've been abusing for generations. They've been doing this and getting away with it for generations. And we victims been left to hold the secret. And now we can't really function in our lives because we're sitting here burdened with all these secrets from somebody else's abuse. You can't help the fact that you was victimized. It's not your fault. I didn't have nothing to do with being victimized. I was a child. And even if we carried that abuse and allowed ourselves to continue to be abused as adults, it's still not your fault. Until now, because now you are becoming aware of it, and it's your responsibility to put your oxygen mask on, heal yourself, so you can be an example of what a healthy, healed, loving individual looks like. And that's how we change how this whole thing is going down now. That's how we do it, y'all. I love y'all. See, Sugar Unique MJ says, good evening, beautiful RN. Thank you very much. And all here. Thank you for being here and sharing knowledge this evening. You are very welcome. You are very welcome. And please and thank you get you so far. So far, I always tell that to rude people who don't know how to say please and thank. You know what I mean? So sometimes, we get those rude patients that come up in there and don't know how to say please and thank you. But for those of you who don't know me, like I said, I'm 52 years old and I'm the mother of 3. I have 3 adult children, 2 XY chromosomes and 1 XX chromosome. And for those of you who don't know, that's 2 boys and 1 girl. And like I said, around here we do math and science, so we don't do none of this delusional thinking. These things are extremely important. And I have over 30 years of nursing experience. That's all I've done. My adult life was nursing. And ever since I was a little girl, I've always wanted to be a nurse. I love caring for people. I love helping people. I love healing, right? And we have such deep emotional wounds that need healing, right? And the same process for healing physical wounds must be rendered to heal emotional wounds. And that's what's so bad about emotional wounds, because those are harder to heal because you don't see them. And like I said, we victims will be holding the secret. So now we're filled with shame and guilt for something we ain't had responsible for. And that shame and guilt can cause all kind of sickness and ailments and all kind of negative energy to be on you. And we want to cleanse that. We want to cleanse it. We want to leave all that in 2022, and 23 is going to be all about positive healing and getting justice for Shanquella Robinson, which is going to enable us to be able to get justice for the people behind her and the people in front of her, so we can get a hold of all this stuff and start having a voice for us women. All right. And see here, Melanie says, hello, everyone. Hey, Melanie. Nice to see your beautiful face. Hey, beauty. All right. Shell's Power says, hey, everyone, my beautiful people. All right. Welcome, beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. And Time with Hetty. Thank you, sister. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. And thank you for acknowledging me with gratitude. I really appreciate that. Balance says, greetings at All Around Natural Beauty. Love and something else there and some justice. Okay, justice for Shanquella. Greetings, care units. All right, yeah. And shout out to all my nurses out there. May you continue to have a heart for doing this healing and touching people and healing ourselves first, so we can be able to be there for other people. All right, because like I always say, when you get on the airplane, they tell you to put your oxygen mask on first before you try to help someone else out. And that is because we all need oxygen. So if I'm bumbling around here trying to help you out, telling you how to live your life and what to do, I'm going to pass out from lack of oxygen, and then you're going to pass out from lack of oxygen because you were counting on me to be able to help you out. So what I'm telling you is to make sure that you put you first, right? And we have been trained over here to put other people first, which is the wrong thing to do. This keeps these abusers in power. No more, no more. We speaking out the names of victims, and we speak out the names of abusers over here too. Dejanay Jackson. All right, thank you so much. Oh, did I read that? Oh yeah. Melanie says, I am so glad that you are sharing Queen Sheba with the group tonight because I share her perspective and now I feel my thoughts are valid. Okay, I'm excited to see. I know like I said, we've been doing this now for a month. So I know we viewed some of Queen Sheba's stuff. So, so far everybody's we've done has been really helpful and really good. So I'm excited too. Thank you, Melanie. I feel good about the choices. All right. Hey, Jacqueline. Welcome, welcome. Says good evening, host and chat. All right. Welcome, Jacqueline. And Jamie, hello, baby sis, and everyone. Look at baby sis. See? All right, baby sis, big love to you. What's up, Jess Talk? Hello, beauties and beautiful. Hello, beautiful beauty, Jess. All right. Let's see here. Shadow says, Courtney, Idaho, arrest suspect, not confirmed yet. Oh, okay. Suspect does not mean actual. Let's hope it's the right guy. That's true. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you, Shadow. Yeah, that's why it's good to put our heads together because, we all have different experiences and we put things together so we're able to pick out all of the parts that don't add up, like those phony pictures they tried to push off on us. We was able to look at those things and see that there were some additions to it. And like I said here, math and science, right? If we know we had 2 + 2 and that equals 4, they can't tell us 2 months later that no, that 2 + 2 is 8, right? Because we all about math and science over here. Uh-oh. Sorry, Raw. Raw says, hello, everyone in the chat in Natural Beauty. Hey, Raw, welcome back. Welcome back. What's up, Olivia? Hello, RN and all. All right, y'all come in. I hope y'all hitting that like button on your way in here. And please subscribe. A lot of y'all watching but not subscribing. It's free to subscribe. Just hit the button that says subscribe and then like too, right? 2 clicks, click, and come on in here because we have been coming together as a community, dropping all kind of valuable gems and really sorting out of a lot of stuff. I brought up some very, very intelligent people that's really helped to shed light, help me to help shed light on this. John Q, just come up here and explain the thing so eloquently, so wonderfully. It's always a treat to have them up here. And all that good stuff. So we've been doing a lot of stuff here and still coming together to console anybody who, needs a hug and stuff. And I want to shout out to all my moderators. Y'all just been so wonderful. Shouting out to, my Thai Libras who's always giving roses and hugs in the chat to anyone. Because sometimes things get a little emotional here. This, the what we're talking about here, the Justice for Shanquella, when we have to watch the video and stuff. These are difficult things, even after some time has passed, I thought I was over the whole, I gotta cry every time. And for the other night when John was up here with the still photos, these were just still photos because we're not even showing the video anymore, was still able to feel the emotion and, from this whole thing. This is very heavy, so a lot of times it is emotional and we want to make sure everyone's okay. And that's why we expect and, demand respect in the chats, right? So it's a safe space to say what you want to say. However, when we, nudge you back into reality, it's not like we're trying to be mean, but we, we're not going to support delusional thinking. So we call out things that are lies and we call it out. We don't play around here. We call a spade a spade, a spade. Miss V, hey, welcome back. Says, come on, y'all. Let's hit the like button. Yes. before entering the chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, I only see 41 likes over there and 111 people. We got angel numbers in the house. 111. All right. Thank you, beautiful universal spirit that's going to bless our chat tonight. Angel numbers sticking here for a good little minute too. All right. But I like to see those likes move up. I like that angel number though. Ooh, yeah. 1111. All right. Thank y'all so much. All right, there we go. Hey, Jamie. All right. What's up, Misty? Misty, it's me. You doing great. Thank you so much, Misty. Y'all know I love the compliments, and it's encouraging too. It's encouraging too because, you know, like I said, this is, you know, we are supporting each other, and I really appreciate all the love and support. Misty, it's me says, there are just some things that have to add up. Exactly. And that's when you know if it's correct or not, what to believe, and sometimes because of a lot of abuse that we received and we've been gaslit, with all these lies and stuff, we lose track of the truth. And then that's how we end up staying in some of these situations a little longer than we need to because, we confused, right? So that's why it's always important to focus on the facts, the truth, the facts, right? Facts. We saw the video. We saw the injury. We know that 15 minutes after receiving the injury, that was the life expectancy. So we gonna stick to that. And the rest of this stuff is all bologna sandwich because Baby Sis says, I need 2023 to be better than 2020 through 2022. If not, let me see. I'm taking myself back to 1980 and I'm staying there. Yeah, the 80s was nice, huh? Thank you, Baby Sis. But yeah, 2023 is about to be awesome because we are doing something very pivotal here, right? We're doing something great here. We're doing something great. We're doing something great by staying focused on this thing here. Time with Hetty says, at Baby Sis, she's cracking up with you. All right. And shout out to all my Gen Xers, my Gen X people in the house. We know what time it is. Misty Is Me said, I am so glad I found this channel. Shanquella deserves justice. Exactly. I know like when this first happened, what was really, getting me, like I said, I have one daughter. And she's 24. So I'm identifying with, the mom. I'm identified with the family. You know what I mean? I'm identifying with the family. And, that was really moving to me. And I know that there were other people here, feeling that same way too. And we just kind of came together and we've been supporting each other and going through this together, making sure that we don't let the light die out and it just be another case unsolved or nobody's held accountable. Thank you so much, Misty. That really makes me feel good. Hey, Ebony, what's going on? Say, hey, Irene. Hey, chat. What's up, Ebony? Welcome back. All right. Brittany Anderson. All right. New name there. And Miss Sandy. Hey, Miss Sandy. Good evening, RN Natural Beauty and all my kings and queens. Justice for Shanquella. Yes, I am here. Thank you. All right. Together with your math and science, we are winning. Yes. All right. Yep. Because math and science, it just is. It's nothing personal. Yep. It's not even my math and science. It's everybody's, right? It's the facts. It's the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts. So sometimes, as a nurse, sometimes we have to deliver some things that are uncomfortable, right? And, the truth hurts, but sometimes, you just have to, that's just how it is. See, Time with Hetty says, amen. Thank you, sis. I lost my baby due to medical malpractice. Ooh, I'm sorry for your loss. Scarlett Me says at Melanie Hart, absolutely. RN is helping us to do some critical thinking. Yes. And do you know that that's 85% of nursing critical thinking? 85%. I'm telling you, that's why I'm so good at this. right? You can't fool the nurse. Some of y'all probably y'all mom was a nurse. Y'all know y'all couldn't play that sick game, right? You can't fool the nurse, right? You just can't do it, right? That's just that's how we're trained. We're trained to do this kind of stuff. So I know, like whenever my kids would try to do the what we nurses do, we already got our stuff there. We taking vital signs because you can't fake bad vital signs. So vital signs is good, whatever. You know what I mean? Like you can't do that. Can't do that. No, because we around sick people, right? And that's what we do. So I know all y'all that tried to do the little fake the sick on the if your mom or somebody in your family was a nurse or in the medical field, yep, you wasn't getting away with that. We sniffed that out. Hey, what's up, Cyrus Ross said, could it be possible that Dejanay and Quilla was forced to fight like gladiator style, fight to the death type fight? Quilla refused to fight. That's why Khalil asked her to fight. Yeah, I don't know. Like, we have to agree to say that there was definitely something happening there. And yeah, hopefully we'll be getting to the bottom of that. But yeah, the whole thing sounds, I don't know. Yes. Oh, look at here. Hey, Beverly. Got my member in the house here. Beverly Fox said, hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Yeah, that's, we just coming in. We doing our greetings and all that good stuff. What's going on, Kyranya? Good evening. Welcome back. What's up, Superstar Graham? Hey. OGs from back in the day here, from last month. Baby Sis says, this is very heavy and very emotional. We know evil exists in people all over the world, but it's not necessarily every day that you see a thing like this. I took the attack personally when I saw it. Yeah, it was really hard. It was hard to see. It was hard to see, but I'm proud of us for, pushing through this and making sure that we continue to see, even though, sometimes it gets emotional and, may have to cry, but the more you get it out, then healing comes, right? So we do know that there are stages of grieving and all that stuff, and then, like I said, we'll go through that too. But that's why I'm here, and we're getting through this together and stuff, so we don't get distracted by the lies, and we can just stay focused on the truth. Jacqueline Davis says, hey, new member here. I love that you share your medical knowledge to help us understand better. Thank you. In layman's terms regarding the issues involving Shanquella, thank you for giving us the facts. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Oh, y'all coming in here too. Okay, I'm gonna pick out a few more. Okay, look, here's the new name. She is Power. The devil is busy. I really need our people to wake up. Too many sleep all day. Just saying. Justice shall come. Thank you so much, She is Power, for your comment. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, we need to wake up, people. Wake up. We need to wake up and be able to feel when somebody is infested and infected with jealousy and anger and envy and all that stuff, because those things could turn into rage, as we saw, really quick, very quick. All right. Hey, welcome. All right. Delisha Span says, good evening. Welcome, Delisha. All right. Nice to see you here. And the all-around Natural Beauty are in chat. Oh, hey, what's up, John Q? Hello, Miss Natural Beauty. Hello to everyone in the chat room. Driving while listening. Much love to everyone. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is John Q. And later, if we have time, I'll just play. I'm going to, he did a wonderful job breaking everything down. And I've got the proof. I can just play it, to catch everybody up so we can all be on the same accord, because we got a lot of new people here too that wasn't here, last month when we were putting all the pieces together and stuff. And we've come so far, and John Q has really contributed a lot to our whole community here. Hey, Shay says, all around Natural Beauty, you're doing a fantastic job from one RN to another. Yes. Thank you, Shay. And I'm shouting out to the RNs. I'm just grateful that we are supporting each other, because there is some cattiness off in our industry too. So we need some healing and some love in the nursing industry too, and start with even back into school. Because some of y'all nursing teachers, y'all know y'all tried to ruin the dreams of a lot of nursing students. Shame on y'all that did that stuff. Anyway, we got healing all around. We got healing in our community, healing all around. So starting with yourself first. All right. So let me see here. Beverly is welcoming, saying hello at John Q. Everybody showing you love, John Q. We love you here. And thank you so much for all of the research and all of the time you spent in putting it all together and breaking it down. Did a tremendous job. And Karanya says, that's definitely not math and science type thinking here. Okay, I probably missed one of them up there. Okay, so all right, let me get a few more. Then we're going to do our acts of faith and get off into our first video. And these are short ones, but I'm okay, more. Hey, welcome back, Lisa White says math and science is key. Nothing else. Exactly. I appreciate that. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, here's something new. Darrell D. Light said this will boil down to if the medical personnel are willing to lose their license. Many lie to save a job. Yeah, y'all, that's what I'm trying to tell you. There wasn't no medical personnel. That was fake. That was fake. That was part of their cover-up. So they just trying to say this now. That was part of the cover-up. There wasn't no real medical people. And then if we have time, we'll put the pics up again. Then I can just show y'all how that was fake. Like that wasn't no real. That wasn't no real scene. It was fake. They didn't have. They were fake workers. They wasn't even in the right position. They didn't even study for the character for the part they were playing. They had the physician down on the floor. I mean, it was all wrong. Yeah. We'll catch you up, Daryl D. Light. I thank you for your comment there. All right. Last one here. See, Jacqueline Davis said, Beverly Foster, thank you. New subscriber. Thank you. All right. I'm loving on y'all so much. And we have been gleaning a lot from the Acts of Faith book. It's a daily meditation for people of color. And Iyanla Van Zet is the author, and the copyright was from 1993. And the good thing about this daily acts of daily meditation is that it's still very relevant and it's very effective for today's life, and it's one per day. Huh? So today is the 30th. Today is the 30th, and okay, so December 30th, it says, if money is your hope for independence, you will never have it. And Henry Ford said that. I love Henry Ford. I'm going to read that one more time. Henry Ford is, anyway, Henry Ford, okay, says, if money is your hope for independence, you will never have it. Wow, that's pretty deep. Okay, Henry Ford said that. And Iyanla says, will I make it through the difficult times, or will I give up? Will I get up this morning with a positive attitude, greet everyone with a smile, and be glad to be alive? Or will I take a bad attitude into the world and have everyone wish I were not? Wow. Will I accept the people I encounter today for who they are and encourage them to become part of the group? Or will I seek out the people I feel are superior to the rest and alienate myself from those I judge beneath me? Will I do my part and give of myself to create my own independence, or will I accept the crumbs that keep me dependent on people's conditions and situations? Will Will I trust myself and follow my first thoughts, or will I look for others to validate me? Will you? Today, I will know me, honor me, support me, and trust me. All right. That was such a wonderful blessing of the acts of faith there. And thank y'all for listening. All right. She is Power says, I'm definitely going to squad. First time passing through, and I love the vibes and realness here. All right, Nusa, thank you so much and welcome. That's right. That's what we do over here is be real. Be real, because math and science ain't no lie, right? So it ain't about how you feel or how I feel. It's what the real deal is. All right. Thank y'all so much. So we about to get into our first video. And see, Beverly says at Sears Ross, I thought Quilla said no concerning the fight. Yeah, we did hear that. Let's see what these folks are saying here with our first video. All right, so let me see here. Share screen. One moment here. All righty. Here we go. Okay, let's see here. This is from Just In. And it says, huge Cabo Six finally summons to testify about Shanquella Robinson. All right, let's see what he's got to say.
I had an opportunity to stop that situation. Neither one of them didn't do nothing about it. Who'll give them the right to take a life?
Finally, the Charlotte Sheriff's Office has sent a series of subpoenas to the private homes of the Cabo Six so that they can appear as witnesses to the femicide of Shanquella Robinson. This news has sparked a lot of excitement from the public because this means that Shanquella is finally going to get justice and the truth about her death exposed.
Life and legacy now shaped by her final moments. A brutal beating shared on social media. A vicious death while on vacation.
The foregoing occurred after the Attorney General of the state of Baja California served within the framework of the Binational Summit of Attorneys General between Mexico and the United States formally requested the American government to summon Colin Cook, Malik Dyer, Alice Hyatt, Nazir Wiggins, and Winter Donovan to officially testify. The 5 friends are being called in to testify on what actually happened in Cabo and why the arrested DJ Jackson was brutally beating up their friend. A Mexican judge had issued an arrest warrant.
So the computer kind of talking kind of fast. Did say that Dejanay is arrested? Wait a minute. Update. Mexico issues arrest warrant for direct aggressor in the death of Shanquella Robinson.
For DJ Jackson, charging her with the crime of femicide, and so the suspect was arrested by the International Criminal Police Organization.
Oh, okay. So it says was arrested.
Agents on November 28th. Jackson was arrested after the video of her beating Shanquella went viral. The actual beating must have caused the injuries found on the deceased body because her friend had been aiming for her head and back with heavy blows.
Wow.
During the filming of the video, no one intervened as Robinson was being assaulted. A male voice, which has now been identified as Shanquella's best friend.
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know. Okay. But anyway, it's out there.
Colo is heard saying to her, "Can you at least fight back?" After the video clip was posted to social media, questions emerged about why none of Robinson's friends tried to stop the altercation and why they thought it necessary to lie about her death.
Yeah.
Word has been going around that Shanquella was actually the one who paid for their vacation, so everyone is questioning why her best friends would all turn against her. After the incident started gaining momentum, internet detectives set out to identify the Cabo Six friends who were there that day. Graphics and a document floating around on social media made it possible to identify the 6 friends who were on the trip with Robinson before returning to the States. Colin Cook reportedly is Robinson's best friend of 5 years. Shanquella's mother said that Cook and her daughter were so close that he would go with them on family trips and would often visit their home. He was the one who called her on October 29th, alerting her that her daughter grew ill because of alcohol poisoning. And he was also the one who brought Robinson's luggage back from Mexico to their house. I never thought he would be so low to ever do my child like that, Shanquella's mother said. Cook was at the family's side after Robinson's death up until when the autopsy revealed that she had a broken neck and spine, and then he kind of disappeared.
Wow.
Shanquella's sister, Quilla Long, told the North Carolina.
They look like sisters, she looks exactly like her mom.
The beat that Cook was acting strange. Now that stuff has happened, I can go back and say that's why he was pacing. I mean, you would have thought he was coming off something like he was high. Quillalong said he was nervous, he was sweating and grabbing his beard. It had to be eating him up then. Detainee Jackson, the woman beating Shanquella in the viral clip met the latter in university. Both women attended Winston-Salem State University, according to their social media profiles. A screenshot of Jackson's LinkedIn profile, which has since been removed, shows she works for branded propane tank exchange Blue.
And then we heard last night that if it wasn't for Gerald Jackson, we wouldn't have even had the pictures of these people. You know what I mean? We would have only had Shanquella's picture, and the rest of these people would have been just walking around, and we would have just heard that it was some friends there. So I want to shout out again to Gerald Jackson for all the hard work that he did to shed light, on this. Because if it wasn't for his work, we wouldn't have had, a lot of this information.
Blue Rhino in Greensboro, North Carolina. Shanquella Robinson.
Oh, that don't sound like no nothing in no health care. Right? That's working at some. What that looked like some. That looked like man work. Let me stop. yeah.
A trip to Mexico to celebrate Jackson's birthday and even footed most of her friends' bills. Additional information.
All right. Okay.
Information about Jackson is scarce, and reports suggested all of the people who were on the trip erased their social media footprints. Many called for Jackson to be arrested for murder after video footage of Robinson's beating was released. But sources close to Jackson told the North Carolina Beat that Donovan was also involved. Winter Donovan was reportedly in the room recording the 18-second video where we can hear Carla tell Quella to fight back. Robinson is still alive at the end of the video. One outlet is now claiming Donovan also was involved in the attack. The North Carolina Beat's Gerald Jackson said in a Facebook Live interview that he was told by a friend of DJ's mother that after Winter slammed her on the ground, Shanquella did not move anymore.
Goodness.
Just like with Jackson, many social media users shared Donovan's information online, calling for the women to come forward with information and take responsibility for their actions that led to Robinson's death. Their other friend, Alice Hyatt, is said to have tried to stop the fight between her friends, but nothing has been able to prove whether that's true or not. She's also said to have been the one to leak the video of Shanquella.
This is, come on. Let me get a few of these little questions here. Let me see here. Robin Ness says, hey sis, I'm here for math and science and keeping it real. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So y'all, I'm gonna after this, we're gonna have to do it. And I will play, I'm going to skip back to the video, and I'm going to play, John Q's breakdown, because, unfortunately, we just saw this so many times, and that way it's going to really connect the dots for you on, what we're witnessing here with this video. Thank you, Robiness. I appreciate that. Baby Sis says, at Karanya, I want to know why I heard both of them say okay right before the attack started. That does not sit right with me, but I can't be myself to watch it again. Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be part of these updates, y'all. So, people it's out here, right? And two, we have to get past that, because that's exactly what these abusers want. They want us to not see it. They want us to be quiet about it. But we have to get past that, and we have to make sure that we keep lifting our voices to stand here for justice for Shanquella, and see this, keep rewatching it, keep seeing it, so we can not lose the feeling of how painful and how vicious and how heinous this whole thing was. So I'm sorry, baby sis, but we're gonna do it together, though. We're doing it together. We are doing it together. Let's see. Cyrus Ross says, yes, Quilla did tell Kylie she won't fight back. She wasn't given to do what the people making them fight wanted. Wow. Karanya said, it could have been a many reasons. She could have said, I want to fight. If she said, okay, I replied, okay, anything, but you two must fight to the death here in Mexico, where can end up in prison. Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking they didn't believe they were going to get caught, y'all. For them to have the confidence to go over to the mama house, and look her in the face, not just once, but on several occasions, them people thought they had got away with it. They thought they got away with it. They wasn't thinking that the father was going to have the money to recover the body of his daughter. He got his baby girl back and saw the report and saw the damage to her body and wanted some answers and let all of us know and asked us for our help to keep this out there. Did I read that one? Baby Sis says, I really don't want to think about, I think I did. Yeah. Baby, Beverly Foster says that Baby Sis, if Quilla was ready to fight, why did the guy say, Quilla, are you going to fight back? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. But, we have the little small video, but we had a lot of, we see everything. The whole thing is just put out there for us there. All right. So y'all ready? Let's go. We got a few more minutes on this. There's like 3 more minutes to go. So here we go, y'all. We got to go back in here. Okay. Got a few more. Hey, Ty Lieber, what's going on? Thank you so much for coming in here. Ty Lieber, my #1 moderator from back in the day, is always right in tune with the right energy, gives out love, hugs, and roses for the chat, and is very supportive. And I just love what we're doing here. All right, so we getting ready to go back in, y'all. Let's go here and get done with this.
While being beaten naked, hoping that she would be spared since she wasn't in the said video. Leaking the video doesn't change the fact that she was there watching and she still lied. Nazir Wiggins is the only friend who has spoken out after the incident. He claims that he arrived in Cabo a day after everyone else at the villa that afternoon, and when he got there, he found Shanquella ill. Wiggins said he turned on soft music.
Look at him. Just look nervous. Everything about him. Look nervous. And so we can imagine what Kylie was looking like, the way the mama
music and rubbed Robinson's head until a medical professional came because he had been told that a maid found her slumped over a toilet before he arrived. I didn't see a fight. I didn't know there was a fight. Wiggins said in a live video that he later deleted. I didn't know there was a video. I didn't know they had done any harm, anything. I went in there and I was told it was alcohol poisoning, and that's when I helped her out. Video snippets from the Cabo trip show the group of friends happily eating and drinking together and playing a game. One video that stood out from the others was one of Shanquella happily talking to her friends while they ignored her looking bored and plotting something. Those believe that this was when the friends were plotting Shanquella's demise and hope all of them will be extradited to Mexico for punishment.
La agresora en este caso de la agresión directa, porque realmente no fue riña, es una agresión directa que realizó.
The U.S. and Mexico signed an extradition treaty in 1978 that calls for the return of those who have committed crimes and fled into either country. Although the process can vary, extradition is usually initiated after a person has been located and arrested in the requested country. In this case, the U.S. Since Jackson has already been arrested and is in custody, it will be possible.
Y'all hear that? So they're saying that she's arrested and is in custody.
That she is going to be extradited to Mexico. It still isn't clear yet what really happened to Robinson in Mexico, and now that the Cabo Six is being summoned to testify, the truth will eventually come out and reveal what really happened.
For the 25 years that she were here with me, but I hate to see my child leave here like that, That was terrible way for her to die.
Shanquella's mother isn't sure whether her daughter ever received medical help. I'm not sure if anyone ever arrived because I was never allowed to talk to them, Salamander Robinson told the Washington Post. I asked them to let me speak to the doctor when they arrived, but they...
All right, so that answers, because somebody had asked before, if it was my child, I would have made sure they let me speak to the doctor. So I'm sure we just heard that she asked to speak to the doctor. Of course, they're not going to let her speak to the doctor because there was no doctor there. So enough with all this stuff, people sitting up here talking crap about the family and all that stuff. We don't have that over here.
Told me that the doctor is busy with Shanquella. When the travel mates finally called her back, they told her Shanquella was dead. A representative of CaboVillas.com said the group in the villa contacted the concierge, who called the doctor. It is unclear if the doctor noticed the injuries listed on the death certificate, which is usually based on the autopsy results. Shanquella's friends betrayed her and went MIA, though now it's about time they appear to pack their bags and head to Mexico for justice. Her mother believes after the news broke about her death certificate, they went on the run. They stopped calling or visiting Robinson's family. The victim's father is calling for all of the people on the trip to be charged and serve life sentences in Mexico. I'm just heartbroken. Man, he told TMZ, you know, I can't even be a granddaddy. I can't walk her down the aisle. I can't hear her voice. There's a whole lot of unanswered questions in my mind about her death. Bernard Robinson said, I just want justice for my daughter. She was my only child. To this, a fan on Twitter said, justice for hashtag Shanquella Robinson. We will not let those who wrong continue to run until you rest in heaven peacefully. Another fan said, I live in Charlotte, NC, and this case is just weird. It seems obvious that her so-called friends allowed her to be murdered somehow. The reason still has yet to come out, but this is dramatic book material. Anyways, there's more on the case on our other videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.
All right. All right. Yeah, this yeah, our first time.
What would you do
if
you knew a heart attack was coming?
What would you do? Call 911. Let me stop. Yeah, our first time with that content creator. It was a little more graphic than I would have preferred. You see here, Chin Yuri Igu says, I was watching another platform and it seems that there may have been more people in the room that have not been pointed out. The lady in the blue shirt recording the video is not Winter or Elise. Huh. Really? That's interesting. Okay, we hadn't heard that one yet. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Miss Sandy, hello, says, wow, every time I see that breaks my heart. It brings tears and choke me up. And that's why I keep saying justice for Shanquella, baby, rest in peace. Got this, baby. Yes, I feel you on that. And yes, I feel you on that. Yeah, exactly. It's hard because you know the outcome and you see and you want to feel like you can, stop it. And how could somebody have been there and not felt like, hey, I go back to when we heard it and nobody was screaming. Nobody was, hey, stop. Hey, whoa, we here seeing it, in this virtual situation. Imagine being up close and right there. How do you, what type of person does it take to be able to, be there, Yeah. Jacqueline says, IMO. I think IMO. IMO. You help me, y'all, with some of these young people initials. I don't know what this one means. IMO. I think I remember something. I was told that. Y'all told me before. IMO. IMO. I don't know. I think they kept going to the mom's house to see if the family got any information from authorities. Yep, probably was. Because, they had a phony authorities. Like, I don't think those were the real authorities I think, it's the people that do. Okay. Y'all know how, like, sometimes somebody that know how to get, they got the hookup, right? I'm thinking they got the hookup. This wasn't the real police. This wasn't the real medical doctor. This wasn't the real nothing. They purchased this and they left. They bought their cover up. They got out of there. That's why I don't believe that they dressed the body, moved the body, did all this stuff, because they weren't thinking that this was going to come out. Like you said, they kept going to the mom's house to see what was, if anybody found anything out, right? And if nobody knew nothing, they was probably going to just keep on going like nothing happened. And Baby Sis says at Beverly Foster, I'm sure of that, but I'm not listening to a word Nazir says unless he's on the witness stand. I heard that. You see, and Baby Sis says, Jacqueline Davis, I think the same thing. I would have locked them in the grill then and got myself in a world of trouble for kidnapping the South. Okay, y'all. And we'll make sure we not doing no wrong stuff in this language. We talking and that kind of stuff. Being respectful to everybody. I hear you, Baby Sis. All right. Ooh. All right, welcome to the All Around Natural Beauty RN Live. Thumbs up. Let's see what these thumbs looking up. Yeah, thumbs up, please, and subscribe and share. Yeah, thank y'all so much for helping us to keep Justice for Shanquella alive over here. All right, says Beverly Foster says lies, lies, lies. They're stupid because they trusted the people in Mexico to cover their behinds. It's raining outside, and that was some little thunder. Anyway, yeah, it's raining out here. Okay, new name here. Hey, Lena. It's an illusion. Yeah. Another new. Oh no, welcome back. All right, what's up, Kendra? All right, no, she was confronted about something because if you look at it, the video started from that phone seconds before the first hit was thrown. Yeah, I just remember, almost like in action of okay, and then, just went, and then from there it's super quick, super fast. All right, so we did get finished with that one video there. I would like to, I think it might be a good time. Well, let's see, a good time to maybe put in, we can watch John so we can get a little bit more clarification or just edification on the two. Sugar Unique MJ says, after Dejanay stopped attacking her, the last thing she said was, get up, bro. Talk that. Then it cuts off. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. JP6, what's going on? In my opinion, all right. I must have missed something, JP. I'm so sorry. Let's see here. Beverly Foster says, oh, that's y'all telling me what that means. Thank y'all so much. I love my chat. Look, sometimes I'll be slow and a little bit late with it. Like y'all was telling me that the Red Cross, it said cross. I was like, what is this, circus? It was like cross. In Espanol. Okay. Thank y'all so much. I love my chat. Thank y'all. Look at here. Everybody was telling me. Ebony, okay, in my opinion. Thank y'all so much for your patience and your love and support of the All Around Natural Beauty RN channel. Melanie says they didn't trust the people that let them go. Yeah, they snuck off. They wasn't, yeah. That's why I'm saying they wasn't. Thank y'all, Psalms. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Psalms, a new name here. Welcome. All right. Second phone is the key because video started as we seen the second phone was already recording. That's true. And I was thinking too, maybe that's what they mean when they say there's a second video, because there were other people videotaping. So maybe that's what they mean. I'm just saying that it's highly unlikely that, they were trying to say that Winter, grabbed her by the neck and lifted a paralyzed body from off of the floor and body slammed it, right? I'm thinking it sounds like projection, right? Because we saw in the video that Dejanay did that, right? She did a technique, and once she already did all her damage, that it was highly unlikely that anybody came behind her to do anything. And then we have the proof of the first interview. Let me go and pull up some more proof so people will know what we're talking about here. See, was that yesterday? I think it was here. No, it wasn't. All right. Anyway, I need to find my. Oh, look at here. What's up, AB? Love the background, sis. Great work. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, because you have nice backgrounds. You're very stylish and all that good stuff. AB to the seventh power. Y'all probably know her as the lead attorney's #1 sidekick. AB to the seventh power. And Hizzy, thank you for coming by. And your comment very much, your compliment for my lovely background. Appreciate it. T Good, what's up, T Good? T Good said, hello, that's Malik asking Shanquella to fight back. Dejanay and Malik family are really close. Thank you, T Good. Appreciate that. Let's see, Hey, AB to 7 power. All right, let's see. Darrell D. Light says the Cabo Six are not natural born killers. It shows with all of the sloppiness. Exactly, right? Yep, that's so true. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Darrell D. Light, you're right. They're spoiled little participation medal recipients. Ooh, I messed that one up. Okay, I tried. What's up, Miss V? Said, okay, I think they need to cry out all over the world for her like they did for George Floyd. Yeah. And that's what we're doing too, y'all. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Justice for Shanquella Robinson. You are so right. And thank you. I thank y'all, for making sure that we stay focused on the topics here. That is justice for Shanquella and keep saying it. Let's see, Karanya says that makes more sense. Yes, it does. It says, hi, Sums. I hope you brought some prayers with you because this case needs it. Thank you, Beverly Foster. Yes. And I'm sure we're all sending up positive energy and prayers, for all involved. I heard she said she tried. Oh, she tired of this. Yeah, that's what I heard too. I'm tired of when she unleashed the rage like that. And after I need to go and pull up John's interpretate his lecture here, his the knowledge what he said here. So just bear with me 1 second, y'all. I go find it. I need to search it out because I don't remember. I think it was on this here video. I'm gonna scan through it though. Just hold tight for 1 moment here. I'm gonna get a few more of these. It said, hey, AB said, hey, baby sis, hey sis. All right. Let's see here. Baby sis said, I took a look at the families of everybody except Dejanay. They're all spoiled brats. Pictures paint stories. Exactly. Wow. Right? Okay. Darrell Delight said, I love how this channel addresses the chat. Yes, we a community here. And like I said, I'm very protective of my beauties and beautifuls. Like, we kind of came from the dust. We all came together, for this voice, and we've been growing. And, I feel, I love y'all. And I want to make sure that we all okay on this because this was very, triggering for all of us. Like I said, I have a daughter who's 24 and she's a little petite something. And to know that femicide is running rampant all over the world, and maybe we have our own problem here too, but we just wasn't calling it that, right? Calling it something else. All right. So I think it was on this video. Let me see here. Was it? All right. Yeah, I think it was on this one. Wait, nope, it wasn't. All right, this here was okay. This was a good one too. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, I'm about to find it. I'm about to find it. But in the meantime, let's see, get a few more of these here. I said, I want you guys to speak or discuss what you think God is thinking. That doesn't sound like math or science, Lisa White. Why would we speak or what we think God is thinking? Sounds like delusional thinking. No, we math and science. We don't know what even the Bible tell you that. We don't know his thoughts. So why would you tell us to do that? Don't anyway, okay, easy. Cyrus Ross says, don't you find it weird that none of the Cabo Six are saying a single word about what happened, not even saying they are innocent? I'm pretty sure they then told them to keep their mouths shut, right? Right? So, yeah. Yeah, I think like people have been telling us, y'all, we just need to stay patient, that the FBI is on it. But then we heard Nancy Grace saying, hey, what's up? Like, why y'all so slow here? Sugar Unique MJ says at Cartel Cave, at Cantrell, something was going on. I just watched it and listened again. Dejanay said, get up, bro. Talk that. I did remember hearing that too. But first it was, I'm tired of yo. And then I'm sure like once you turned around and recognized, what was happening, the whole get up, bro. I heard that too afterwards. But yeah. Miss Sandy said, it looks like they did this before. I just keep getting that feeling like it was something natural or something they do often. Yeah. I felt that way too, from the whole setup to the whole, let's show up, we drinking, right? Drink. Everybody that was there had a solemn look on their face. Like they just was like, like they already knew what was going on. And like I was saying before, about learning how to stop, look, listen, and feel for vibes. When you walk into a room and you feel, I felt it when she came in there saying, where y'all at? Right? And she come in there. Am I the only one that felt like she walked into something? Right? People are reporting that they felt like she walked in on them plotting against her. Right? I felt the vibes from just watching the video. Right? So we want to be able to identify that and recognize that. So, we're not sitting lambs out there. Okay, I read that. Baby sis, his story was all over the place, especially when he was talking about where he saw her then. We finally got the living room question is why, I know where that video is at too. Why they felt the need to keep moving her. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't believe they moved her. We saw all the damage to her skeleton, y'all. You can't go move when you have broken bones. It's putting it in alignment, right? You have to do that. They wouldn't have done that, y'all. It was would be. Look here. Hey, Maggie, the substitute teacher, coming through to show support to you. I sure appreciate Maggie, the substitute teacher. Like I tell y'all, she is the Black Martha Stewart. She got a cooking channel, and she had a tremendous weight loss story, like one of those, big different before and after pics, where she started to substitute. So you might think she's a teacher, but she teaches you how to substitute, healthy, good, clean food for food that you like, that tastes good, that's not good for you, right? But she fixes it up in a way that it looks like it tastes good. I haven't tasted any of her cooking yet, but it looks like it, could fill the part, where you wouldn't feel like you missing out on them. But yes, Maggie, the substitute teacher, extremely organized, and she cooks, live stream cooking. And if you are still, having to, feed kids and all that stuff, it's be a great opportunity to learn from Maggie, because she does it. And she's a boy mom too. So she gets busy off in the kitchen cooking with the substitute that's still kid friendly, because, it takes a lot to be able to get food that kids will eat, I'm just grateful that my job is done. Anyway, Maggie, substitute teacher, thank you so much for your super chat. $9.99 in the hizzy. All right, Rebecca, justice for Shanquella. Yes, that's what we is here all about. All right. Ooh. Let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna a few more. Then we're gonna oh, I already know where my video is at. Let me go find it. It was here. I'm pretty sure. But okay, I still got to go skim through it. So let me few more good names here. Let's see. Miss Vive said there are only 21 likes and over 200 people in the chat room. Come on now. Yeah, y'all hook a sister up. What's up, Kimberly? Said, I believe this is very deeper than we know. Because of what Deja said, I'm tired of this was brewing. Yeah, it was like she'd been holding all of that back, right? And that's why another thing too, beware of people that have cold fury that, throw rocks and hide their hands, that, really quiet and you don't even realize that they got that. That's why you got to keep your radar on and make sure that you are I don't think it was on this one either. God darn it. Anybody remember which day John came up into this chat and did that one? Let me see. God darn it. And maybe it was here. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to show y'all that, but I guess I'll have to do it maybe tomorrow. All right. Karanya says the only thing about this story that confuses me is the maid supposedly finding Shanquella. They had the fight. She was injured. Nazir came. At what point was she left alone for the maid to find her? What's up, Jess Tar? Says Maggie coming through with the super chat. Thank you. Yep, yes, she did. Let's see here. Maggie said, hey, Jess. All right, perfect. Did anybody put that down up in there? Let's see here. Other new name. What's up? 115. Oh, for the thumb. Thank you so much. Look here, I'm getting it too. I'm coming up real quick with these, with what's going on here. She is Power says, the feeling I get watching the clips, I wouldn't survive the full video. I hope they have taken the video down. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And what I wanted to show y'all was just going to be explanation with still photos. Maybe it was here. Let me peek at this one and see. I think I just went through that one. Yeah, here we go. I got it. All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Beverly Foster says, they took Shanquella's kindness for weakness. She should have made them pay their own way. Some people are like that. Give an inch, take a mile. Yeah. They just said her, I felt like, she was lured in there. You know what I mean? They lured her in there. Hey, Evelyn, what's going on? Yes, there's a lot more to this. I agree. All right. So let me go ahead and get it up here. All right, give me a second to cue it up to the right part, and we'll go from there. This was my live 3 days ago. Says, are in dispute what sources say about Shanquella Robinson, and then John Q come up and says this. Oops, I monetize now. Sorry, y'all. let me skip over this commercial. Oops. All right. Corruption. Oh, wait. Sorry. All right. Okay. Let me find it here. All right. About right there. Feel free to click the link here and come on. And tell the people what's going on here. And did he tell them what you been up to?
Yeah, I just wrapped up a live on my channel, just coming back after a couple of weeks being out under the weather, and covered some information on the Shanquella Robinson case as well as the Daniel Robinson case.
Okay.
And,
Who's Daniel Robinson?
Daniel Robinson is a 25-year-old field geologist that went missing in Buckeye, Arizona.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were telling us about him, right?
Right. Last year in the month of June. And his father, David Robinson, who also has a YouTube channel, has been looking for his son for the last 18 months.
Wow. 18 months. Oh, my. Wow.
Right. Best part about that is
what you're doing by making sure that you're not just getting
was killed.
Yeah. Being that to it. The med stuff. And I'm just torn between
where people can dig into, you know, just to say it was it and the anatomical
it's coming out.
body map where
right,
we can identify the cervical area.
Would you mind to show that to our chat here? Really quick?
Yeah, I mean, I can do so if you still have time.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay. I forgot I was sleepy. I'm up. See, y'all, I got y'all some good information. I see how I got it out of him. I pulled him up here, and now he's about to bless us with some serious information here. Get your pens and paper out. Here comes the lesson.
Right. Let's see which one I have here. Yeah, I was able to, walk people through the video. Actually, the still shots that I had on my StreamYard, and then walk people through the video in slow motion to actually show and share when the atlas luxation took place.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and let me see if that's it. Because I remember the last time we
and I'm just going to give y'all a brief disclaimer here. It's going to this is going to be really emotional. I wasn't even prepared that I was going to be emotional, but just in case, get your Kleenex ready because this, it's going to be still shots, but just hearing the medical description and the breakdown of it, it's hard to hear. But here we go. It's important that we hear this because this is going to stop all of this fake talk about she was body slammed afterwards and all of this moving and manipulation that they did with the body when you understand the injury. So here it is. All right. So let me get off of here. Y'all need to see two of me's. Here we go. Bye-bye.
We covered this. Got so many tabs open from tonight's live.
I know the feeling.
And then I want to be able to show, maybe I could show it this way without getting too graphic.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I think I'm ready. So I'm going to share.
All righty.
Michael's mega clearance events on now. Get up to 70% off.
Sorry, y'all. I'm monetized now. I get commercials. Thank y'all so much. Okay, so when we get back, let me see, put this on mute. So I can get this skipped over here. When we get back, it's gonna go right. We're gonna go right off into the description and all that stuff. He's gonna pull up his the visuals and then give the description and the explanation and all that good stuff. So here we go. Okay, what y'all talking about down here? Everybody okay? You see, you bet the fight was forced. They stopped filming because she couldn't move. Yes. Yep. Yeah. Who knows? I heard she went to her managers, seen so many lives that I don't know which one made that statement. All right, see. Karanya says, at Evelyn, I'm sure she was, but that doesn't explain why she found her alone and why the cover up wouldn't be over at that point. We did hear that they said that when the maid came, that 3 people came out of the room, and that she was found in the bedroom in that seated position that we saw her in. Let's see. Verify says, good for you, natural beauty. Okay. All right, here we go, y'all. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to take me off. There we go. Okay. And play. Oops.
My screen with you.
All right, there we go.
Okay. And I thank your audience for welcoming me.
We always welcome you, John. All right. Thank you so much, Cam Burglar. I'm not a real marine biologist, 5,000. Thank you for your $4.99 super chat. I will support any channel bringing awareness to this tragedy. Love and peace to all. Thank you so much, Cam Burglar. I'm not a real marine biologist, 5,000. I appreciate your super chat there. Thank you so much. Yeah, we know you over here.
Okay. Well, I try to keep
you,
a warm seat in your audience too, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first I'm going to show you as best as possible. Now remember, this is a screenshot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know it's blurry and it's done for that effect because Shanquella is naked in the photograph, but here we have Denasia Jackson manipulating Shanquella in a headlock and getting ready to go from a 180-degree position from the right to the left. As you can see. Now this is a throw. And you can actually see Miss Jackson's hands where they're placed. And Shanquella's body, obviously, is over now to the left-hand side where the foot of the bed is. And this is a very powerful.
Look, y'all see that? What is that? Can y'all see my mouse? Y'all see my mouse right there? Look at that. What is that?
Throw with just the head.
My goodness.
Now you see Shanquella's body all the way over to the left at the foot of the bed. You can actually see her buttock area down below. And Denasia still has her head in a hold. And this is where the atlas luxation comes into place. So coming from the direct right all the way over to the left, or vice versa, from the left all the way to the right, and from the foot of the bed, is the actual neck rotation and throw.
Wow. Y'all see that?
We also have, and you can see the position of Shanquella's body.
Thank you.
How low it is.
All right, I'm gonna stop it there. Y'all see that? See that? That's not a normal position. You cannot do that. Your neck can't go down that far, and your back. Look at that. It's broken up, y'all. It's broken. Yep.
And she is at a 45-degree angle here, from floor up. The back is stemmed completely out.
Yep.
And this is a left kick by Dejanay. On top of all of the beating that she had performed before she threw her.
Yep. See that? Look at there, y'all. Y'all see it? Right there. Look at there. See that? You can't make that move. Look at that. See, that's her forcing her head off right there.
A direct attack to the back of the head.
Yep.
Once again, the head is at a 45-degree angle. It's almost like if her chin was pressed all the way to the chest plate or her sternum.
Yep. You cannot make this move.
With both hands. From a rear attack. And this is the beginning, where they started. So here, having that kind of an impact on the body at the location Shanquella was attacked, this was all central nervous system attack, so to speak. CNS is central nervous system. The cerebrum, the cerebellum, the brainstem, and the spinal cord are all up in this area. And the atlas is this portion of the brainstem here, which is located at the base of the brainstem, which begins and ends from the brain to the spinal column here. So once this was disconnected from the throw of well over 180 degrees. And for those that are in the chat, just as an illustration, I want you to take your head and I want you to look to the left as far as you can look right now. And feel the tension in your neck. That's how far your head can go to the left. Now do it also to the right. That's it. So you can actually feel that voluntary neck tension yourself. You can only go but so far with your own volition. Here, we have someone turning Shanquella's neck far past the point where your neck stopped turning. So we've gone from 180 degrees, well past 180 degrees, just in a neck rotation. And so it's very easy for the small bones in the atlas and C2, which is the axis, to be dislocated and taken out of place. Once that happens, now you have what is called a central nervous system happen immediately, where the nerves are now affected by the disconnection between the brain and the body and the spinal stem.
All right, y'all see that though? Okay, so these signals, right? So these freeway signals and stuff. So people were having questions about, the movement afterwards. Once it's let me just get back so y'all can see. See here, so some signals could have been still traveling down here and stuff like that. So don't get distracted with those details when people are saying, oh, Shanquella brushed her hair back. No, she didn't.
Throughout the body, everything begins to shut down. The central nervous system starts to shut down. The cranial nerve starts to shut down. Motor, everything. And once you get to that point, it's considered that Shanquella suffered what a quadriplegic would suffer in a head injury. And that is all of her systems being shut down from the back of her head all the way down to the tips of her toes. And this is not an immediate click off. This happens in a very fast pace. Down the body, down the arms, down the back, torso, buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, right to the feet. So when we see Shanquella in the sitting position, as she was left in, she didn't move. Because most people would get right back up so they're not attacked again. We didn't see Shanquella do that. She couldn't. Here in the cervical area is where the atlas is located.
And keep in mind, remember, she kept to continue to attack this area here. So all this is all cracked up and broken up, right? She kept attacking this area. That's why I was saying, y'all, I do not believe that they moved her, because her frame was all damaged. Nobody wants, I don't think so. That's why I'm saying that's fake, y'all. That's fake. They didn't do any of that movement to her because of those injuries. Would have freaked anybody out.
Here at the very top, the base of the head. This gold area right here, which would be the atlas. It's the very first bone that connects the spinal column directly to the brainstem. And it's between the first and second that gives you the motion that you just performed moments ago when I told you to look to the left, look to the right. And then when those bones lock, you can't move your neck anymore. This is what was dislocated, which was the atlas from C2. And this is the cervical area. It has 7 layers, 7 levels, 12 levels in the thoracic area, which was the top part of the shoulders and the back, all the way down to the midsection of the back. And then the lumbar area is where Shanquella had a back fracture, or her secondary injury happened here. So we have a spinal cord injury, which was one injury alone. And then we had the atlas luxation, which is the secondary injury or the main injury that killed her. Here you can see it clearly as to how very small these bones are.
Yes.
The atlas on top,
Especially on a
the
woman.
axis secondary on the bottom. Then you have the neck line, C3, C4, 5, 6, and 7. Goes to the thoracic, which will go down all 12 plates to the lumbar area. And this is the second injury where Shanquella suffered dislocation or a fracturing of her back when she was slammed to the floor. And this occurred from hitting the tailbone, which is this purple area down here. So many people that go roller skating or ice skating that will sometimes take a fall and land on their butt will experience some disorientation and some pain, especially if you land hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
Here, Shanquella, being about 100 to 125 pounds, give or take, more or less, was thrown to the ground or thrown to the floor. This is a solid marble floor that had no more than possibly 1/8 of an inch carpet underneath, running alongside where the foot of the bed is. So when she landed on this very small bone, her tailbone, that vibrated and fractured up into the lumbar area. Lower back, or the small part of the back, was affected here, possibly at level 2 or 3. Then she was bent over at the same time at a 45-degree angle. So now you've got not distension, but extension of that area as well, as we saw in the picture, as well as the atlas luxation up top. So she suffered 2 very critical and severe injuries in just that one move, which only took a couple of seconds for it to happen. And so that's what I talked a little bit about tonight. Went into some details as to the upcoming autopsy, what it should show from the physical autopsy.
Oh, there's an upcoming autopsy?
There should be one coming. It was stated that the FBI did request one. And once I believe the family wants to release that information, I guess, to us in regards to sharing that information, then we can take a look at the pathological findings, because I believe that there was a hell of a lot more injuries on Shanquella than just those two that were contributing factors. One being the knot on her head, possibly from the kick on the left side.
Yeah.
The bloodshot eye indicates hemorrhaging. So she's got internal bleeding on the left-hand side, possibly from that devastating kick she took that threw her head from the left over to the right. So now you've got a retwisting of something that was already twisted on the throw.
All right, so I hope that helped y'all to understand. If you want to see the full live, that was let's see here, 3 days ago. And like I said, the title was "Are in Dispute What Sources Say," and it was an awesome live, and really enjoy every time John has come up here. And that one there, each time he's got more and more, it's more and more developed and more structured, and it's been brilliant. And thanks again, John. If you are still listening, appreciate you. Every time you come up here, you've added so much value to the chat, and so many people appreciate you for bringing in, how you're delivering it, for doing what you do here. What's up, Superstar? Graham says, wow, yes. It does something when you actually see it and hear what the injury was. And now y'all can see what I'm talking about. When you saw her head, and neck snap down like that, like she, pretty much snapped it off, from the top. This, she, was horrible. And then to bend the back like that. And that's when I was saying that I don't think they moved, because when you, move a body that's the frame is fractured, it feels weird when it comes out of the alignment, right? So I'm just saying that I don't think any of them had that type of, that they was tough enough to be able to manipulate a traumatized body like that. I don't think they was about that kind of life, Baby Sis says, Karanya, same here. Dejanay would learn that day what it's like to have somebody snap her. Yes. That was horrible. And Miss Vive says, Lord have mercy on her poor baby. She didn't deserve that, but just broke my heart into pieces. Yeah. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking too to see just an innocent person being surrounded by those people and being alone like that, to be left alone, to be attacked. Just horrible. Hey, Tanisha says yes. All right. Sylvia says at Miss V. Lewis, yes, heartbreaking, brings tears to your eyes. Yep. Dejanay intended to unalive Shanquella. It sure looks like it, because it looks like it was a technique, and even to, break it down to see the fighting stance that she was in, and all of, the moves. Like, she had techniques and moves, and she took her down and did all that within, a few seconds. So. Baby Sis says, if Dejanay was raised in Jamaica, then her people would have taught her to fight like that. Their culture is nothing like ours. Oh, okay. What's up, sis? Sis says, I pray none of them can sleep at Tina. Yeah, I agree with you. But, who knows? People like that usually don't have any problems, sleeping. They didn't have any problems to come back over here and go sit in the mama's face. I mean, that's just, I don't know, maybe. Misty, it's me, says exactly. She couldn't. Yeah. Involuntary reflex, yes. Sylvia Black says, how could they bear to watch and not intervene? Yeah, exactly. Like I said, when they were making the video, no, you didn't even hear anybody to say anything. Nobody was saying nothing. Nobody was saying nothing. Nobody said nothing. Okay, so I'm gonna do a few more, and then we're gonna get with Queen Sheba's video. And we haven't seen anything from her in a little while, so I'm excited to see what she's put together. Beverly Foster says, please like this channel, because where else are you going to get the truth and a free anatomy and physiology course? One-stop shopping, y'all. Thank you so much, Beverly Foster. I appreciate that. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, we do it here because people are supporting the math and science, and everybody is putting in their contribution so we can help everybody to be able to accept facts, math and science, so we don't get caught up in other folks' delusional thinking. Karanya says, he also said he didn't notice the knot on her head. She had a broken blood vessel in her eye. How would he see that if her eyes were closed? I don't know how to answer that. But he admitted that she had the knot on her eye and the all that stuff. Her father also said she had a cut on her lip. Yeah, I heard him say that too. You see, Evelyn says it would be obvious to see her bruises. Yeah. And then y'all, we saw it. That's why everybody is, here and talking about it, because your subconscious mind know what saw. Karanya says, I think he lifted her eyelid to see if she had actually passed, and they told him they think she had passed. I'm pretty sure her face and body looked damaged, even from what we saw, if someone from what we saw, just that part, even after the Dejanay character goes over and throws her hands up in triumph, and we see the position that Shanquella's left in, just seeing that, a person will know that that's wrong, right? Something's injured here. This is not a normal position that a body can be in. Just seeing that, I mean, if we get alarmed and startled just by seeing it on a video virtually, if someone were to come in there, there's no way in the world that they would be able to know that, would be able to not know that this is not normal, that this person is not here. Yeah, right. Tina says that animal should be locked up right now, not later. So humiliated just being listening to this. Make me want to hurt for them myself, really. Yeah, I'm sure, said that's correct. Beverly Foster says at Scarlet, you will be surprised at what a person can do when adrenaline kicks in. And yeah, when you unleash rage too, right? We saw that rage came out. I mean, it's scary for me to just even imagine what that must have felt like to be in there and to know, that this rage is coming up, and that, Darrell D said, hit the like button. Thank you. All right. I appreciate you for helping with the likes here. Coming in, getting busy. All right. Shay says, how can one human being do that to another human being? It hurts me to the core. I agree with you. Hey, David. I'm sorry, Davy Brooks. I was crying just watching that. I'm praying, please give this woman and her family justice they deserve. Thank you, Davy. We appreciate that. Yes. Yep. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I believe Shanquella was already gone when the maid found her. Yes. The doctor, Naz, Red Cross, she was already gone. Yes, exactly. Yep. Exactly. Because The report said that 15 minutes after receiving that injury, that's the life expectancy. That's the lifespan. So after Dejanay slung her over and broke her neck and broke her back by continuing to attack her head and face and neck area, 15 minutes after that, Shanquella had passed away. Her life was snatched away. And that's the facts, and that's what we do know. Let's see. Scarlett said, in truth, moving her would just add to the charges. Yep. The main thing is the conspiracy and the unaliving. Yep, I agree. So we stay focused on the facts. You are so right, Scarlett. Evelyn said they have to be having nightmares. At least I hope. Yeah, I'm hoping that, that's why the video got leaked, because somebody, is not going to be with that. And I'm thinking that, somebody was probably super scared too, because if this happened to somebody, they may, I don't want that to happen to me, so maybe that's why they would slide it out there and get this out there. So I'm grateful for whoever leaked the video. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Justice for Shanquella Robinson. Yes. Misty is me says, I don't think they moved her. I think it scared the mess out of them. Unless this was planned, it's terrible. I agree. And then imagine, right? They trying to get out of there quick, right? If you got a hot body on you, right? You try to get back to your country. I don't think they've taken the time to figure out how to stuff her body that's broken all up into those tight, cheap biker shorts that they expect us to believe was in Shanquella's wardrobe. Ain't no way in the world a high class woman like that would have those cheap ass clothes in her bag. I don't know who they had posing down there on the floor. Yeah, I think they were trying to quickly get out of there, and nobody's trying to do any more touching to the body. I think that they're trying to put that out there to help the Dejanay person out, since Mexico is only asking for one person. The person that did the attack. See? Mexico just looking for one person. Mexico just want the one. Mexico only subpoenaed them to be witnesses. And so, in order to help out Dejanay, let's just say Winter, she was the one that delivered the death blow. Y'all just didn't see it, but Winter picked her up and body slammed her. They just described exactly what Dejanay did to her, but now we just pin the blame on Winter. Right? More distractions. Beverly says, true. Oh, hey, Queen Bee, what's going on? Queen Bee says, hey, everyone, I hope your holidays are going great for all. Justice for Shanquella 2023. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Here's another new name, Bridget. We need to call the FBI and U.S. Justice Department in Mexico on behalf of Shanquella Robinson. It is Mexico's duty to protect U.S. citizens. Okay. Evelyn says they have to be having nightmare. Okay, how did I get back up there? Melanie says, I don't think they are sleeping. A trained combat soldier suffers post-traumatic stress syndrome. I agree with you. Yeah, and then too, with everybody saying, they can't go nowhere, right? They can't even go to work because people calling them out. They calling them out. Kimberly says, now I'm looking at the fight video on my laptop and it looks very different from my mobile phone. Can someone please tell me what look like a tag at the back of her neck? Let's see. Evelyn Martinez said, oh, did I do that one already? I wish we could go to Mexico and raise hell, or North Carolina to start a protest. It has nothing to do with color. I have taken care of many people, and those injuries to the face can be easily seen. Yeah, I know they tried to say that because she was, a black woman that you couldn't see the injuries. Yeah, right. Yeah. There would have been facial swelling. She had trauma. And it would have been obvious we saw the trauma from watching the video. The head and back alone is enough to see that that's a traumatized body. All them angles in the back and neck. The internal decapitation. Virtuous Woman says, where's BLM movement? Bow movement on this? Is it because no white police is involved? Oh, Black Lives Matter. Thank you so much. Where's Black Lives Matter movement on this? Is it because no white police is involved? Good question. I think someone else had asked that too about, where's the Al Sharptons and all that stuff? Where's the people that, usually make noise when it's, when it's violence towards the men, but women, we need to keep our voices up for all of our women. Especially we found out and we heard, that Mexico has their own problem with their women over there and stuff. So let's see here. Did I read that? Mexico issued the warrants. It's up to the U.S. to track them down and extradite. Let's go, U.S. If it was my daughter, I would have been marching in front of the White House and FBI building. Thank you, Bridget, for your passion. Evelyn Martinez says, I need a break. I will be back. It's too much right now. I feel you, Evelyn. I appreciate you. Yes. And if anybody does need a break, like I said, that's what I'm here for. And we giving out hugs and virtual love to the chat and to everyone out there, and to stay strong so we can keep our voices lifted for justice for Shanquella. Thank you, Evelyn, for your support, and we appreciate you, and we do excuse you. And Cheryl says the autopsy stated she died within 15 minutes after the fatal blow. If that is the case, she died in the early morning hours. So the maid had to find her dead. Exactly. Let me find that. It's a short too, so it won't be long, y'all. But it's a short with the clip from Geraldo's interview. God darn it, where was it? This one? A clip from Geraldo's interview where the interpreter says the maid found her, cold and stiff on the bedroom floor where she fell. So, God darn it, I need to start titling these things a little bit better so I can find them. God darn it. Okay. If I stumble up on it's a quick little short, but I've lost my place on it. Sorry, y'all. See, yes. All right, Fendi Fabio, the whole thing fake. That's why you can't figure out, and it doesn't make sense. It's all speculation. Yeah, and that's why we're just going by the video that we saw. The person that they are saying is Dejanay doing the attacking, and the person that they are saying is Shanquella being unalived in the video. We're just going by that. And the rest of the stuff we don't do. We know that we saw in the video that Dejanay pounded her, abused her, attacked her, punched her, grabbed her by the neck in a chokehold and slammed her down, broke her neck, broke her back, kicked her viciously, kneed her, did multiple combinations on her. We know that. We saw that. And the rest of the stuff, I agree with you, is fake. But we going by what we know and what we saw. And yes, and that's how we stick to the facts here. Beverly Foster says at Jacqueline, they weren't scared of Dejanay. They were happy. They thought this would give them clicks. Like and subscribe and notifications. Yes. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you'll be notified whenever I upload, not upload, I guess whenever I go live again. I go live. All right. And Darrell Delight says, what time was the fight? Who sleeps the day away in Cabo? I believe it was morning when the fight happened and she was unalive for hours. Agreed. Yes, we have a video with Sleuthy Lucy, and she breaks down the time in it really excellent. And we all agree that it was in the morning time, between 7 and 8-ish, between that time there. And multiple other YouTubers have verified that also too, with real facts and real proof. So yes, you are correct. It was the morning. So when the maid arrived there and when the so-called doctors and all those people arrived there, there was nothing to see but a body. All right. Now, Zir definitely kept saying that. Shay says, Cheryl, the maid stated she found her cold and hard, if I remember correctly. Yes. I'm going to take a little moment to go search that little short out. It's really short. Hey, Cameron. All right. Says they are known as the Cabo Six murderers. Bridget said Shanquella was a triple threat. She was in college and had 2 businesses. If you watch Dejanay's face in the video, she wanted to bruise her face. Pure jealousy. Yeah. I agree with you, RN. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cheryl said, then she died that morning, whatever time they woke her up. Yeah, that was horrible. Exactly. And that automatically discredits Zuinga. Yeah, because it was his video first that he said, you know, that the maid found her in the bedroom in the seated position that we saw her in, right? And then all of a sudden it changed to, you know, she was in the living room. Then too, y'all, this is the funny part, because before the video came out, we was already told that some up and coming picture coming soon to a theater near you, right? We're gonna have these pics, and they got everybody all excited about these pics and stuff, right? And then they had to change the color of the shorts. First, we was told that we was gonna see her in some black shorts, and I think somebody else said they was red shorts, and then when they, you know, they came out with the pink shorts, it was like, oh, it was pink. So there was multiple wardrobe changes. There was multiple location changes from Shanquella's in the black shorts in the bedroom to pink shorts in the living room, red shorts in the dining room, etc., right? So that's why I'm saying we go back to the video that we've seen, and that's what we're doing. The rest of the stuff is all bologna sandwiches and dry at that. And Tina said exactly soon after the attack. Yep. That monster Dejanay will give up all the rest of them. Yeah, they trying to let Dejanay take the bag on that thing by herself. And see, Cameron said they are all guilty, if you ask me. I agree. You know, all the time when I hear these cases over here, if a group of people went to go do a robbery and somebody brought a strap and somebody, you know, smoked another person, everybody that was in the group, even the driver, is going to catch that charge. You share it. Hey, Flower Bum 511. I would love to hear or see a psychological assessment of this case. In particular, what type of person people could do what these 6 individuals allegedly have done to Shanquella. That's a good question. Good question. Let's see, the wall of lies crumbled with that death certificate. Yeah. Yeah. Justice for Shanquella Robinson. Thank you so much. All right, new name. Ariana 26 says those young people have the soulless with no conscience to watch someone savagely unalived and live every day as though this never happened. I agree with you. Yeah, and that's the part that's so frustrating. It's like, what? How y'all walking around and we all done seen the video? Not just here, but it's all around the world. I feel you. Misty is me says, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification. Yes. Yeah. All right, Lisa says, there are some big women in prison. Dejanay has her hands filled, and she doesn't even know it. And the guards will not protect her. Believe that. Well, it looks like Dejanay is pretty, good at fighting. I don't know how many people is going to want to try to come up and challenge somebody who know how to unalive you within a few seconds. I need to review the writing about the summons issued. It is about a hearing in the States or in Mexico. Yeah. Good one. Good question. Hey, Lisa says, I have a question. Who identified Dejanay as the attacker and how do we know that's her? We can't see a face in the dark. Just thinking because Mexican reporters has me suspect on everything now. Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, we go back to the beginning. Like last night we watched, a live from November the 17th when everything was fresh. And that's when you're going to know that you got most of the real stuff. So I remember hearing, they said that the mother identified, that they identified the people in there. So, yeah. So, yeah. And I think now everybody has to be quiet about it. But, yeah. Yep. See, they were lying. I agree. Okay. Rest in peace, Barbara Walters. All right. That's a name there. Rest in peace, Barbara Walters. Yes. Thank you, Latavia, for sharing his name here. Rest in peace, Barbara Walters. Thank you so much for sharing that beautiful name. Tina said, especially Dejanay hitting Shanquella like a man, mad dog. Yeah, I agree. I don't think Zuinga was the one who released that video. Lisa, we know it's Dejanay because of the back and forth between her and Nazir. There's no money in it for them. All right. Hey, it's Shayla. All right. I want her family to send a cease and desist to Geraldo Zuinga. Tamika Mallory has been working on this. Oh, okay. Let's see. Cameron says, my heart breaks for her parents. They are grieving so much. Yes. Lena Castellanos says, did all four attend Winston State University? It has been in the news recently about discrimination and shooting. There is a YouTube video Saturday Night Live 6 years ago about Winston University. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Never heard that one. Anybody know can help Lena out? See, Beverly Foster says Dejanay is a coward because she knew Quilla would be disoriented being that she just woke up. And naked too. Like these are all contributing factors, to do it, to really strip the person, to make it easier for her to unalive her. Yeah. Sick. Lily Allen says nothing to figure out. It was the setup from the giddy up. Mexican laws different. They didn't expect her family to get that 6 bands and get her body flown that fast. That's what that is. I agree with you, Lily. That's exactly how I was feeling. That's exactly how I was feeling. That's why I'm saying that they didn't do all this staging the scene and all that stuff. They wasn't feeling they didn't have to do that. We just paid for our alibi. We getting up out of here. We ain't doing no more touching on nobody. Nobody's doing all of that. We done with that. They ain't gonna have the money to get that body back. Most people don't even have the money to do a funeral when somebody passed. That's why they putting out these GoFundMes. When people pass, a lot of families don't have the resources to provide a funeral. Sometimes people don't even have the resources to recover the body. They just don't, you know. And think about it. Everybody thinking like it's already hard enough to, you know, do it while the person's here. But here we got her body off in a whole other country. We ain't even tell them where the body was at. The dad had to get on Google and had to search out and find. So they was making it hard. They wasn't expecting anybody, you know, to care about Shanquella and, you know, bring her body back here and see the discrepancies there and see all that damage. Hey, Deborah says, yes, you can see the sunrise on the wall and headboard. Yep. So true. Baby Sis says, if I'm on vacation, I wish somebody would wake me up that damn early. It better be fire. Hey, Made in Texas, how long does it take for a body to turn cold and stiff? I don't know. It varies, you know. It varies. But yeah, it depends on the temperature in the room. Depends on the temperature in the room. But yeah, I don't know. And see, Lisa says the maid was introduced by Geraldo, so could that not be true? No, I don't believe that's not true because I don't think Geraldo introduced the maid. I think they just told the story. Like I don't think we've ever seen or actually heard from the maid. It's, you know, we just heard the story what the maid said. But yeah, it's a good question there. All right. Super sleuths, go do your research and let the chat know. Nazir mentioned the maid too. Yep. So that lets me believe that part is true then. Yep. Lily Allen says to buy time, calls were made while she was unconscious. The longer they wait, the more a chance she has to stop breathing. She was never going to make it out of Mexico. What's the reason for Dejanay beating her? Yeah. That's what we all want to know. Deborah says, that's not the villa or Shanquella. In those pics? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Let me see if I could. Yeah, those pics. No, I'm supposed to be finding, we're supposed to be doing Queen Sheba. All right, let me get this queued up here. Oh, yeah, because we're already going into hour 2 here. All right. So let's do this Queen Sheba video. All right, so this one's 13 minutes, so we got time to do this. Let me get a couple more clicks here, and then let's see. It's Shayla said on the police report, they list Winter as the person who called for help. Then on the supposed second video, Winter breaks it up. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Thanks for reminding me. That's true. And say they are trying to make her look good based off her complexion. Okay, good point. Yeah, they did have her. She had a few parts, right? She called 911. Wait. First she body slammed her. Then she called 911. Oh, then she broke it up. Yep, I forgot. She did a lot. She played a few roles, right? Now I'm playing the part. Okay. Jacqueline Davis says at Flower Bum 511, I would love to see a psychological point of view on these types of people. Yes. Evelyn says, yes, all they need is one to start talking. True, true, true. All right, okay. Ebony says, exactly, at Baby Sis. I really hope the family got the second autopsy and toxicology. A normal reaction to being woken up that way is to be angry. Yeah. Yeah, and I think John said that they're supposed to be, the FBI requested another autopsy. So that's promising. Promising news there. I call them all narcissists, psychopaths. They're good at finding each other and preying on unstable people. Yes. And that's why I'm saying it's important for us to understand and to know the mindset of those people so we can avoid being entangled and entrapped by them. They mean you no good. Lily says that whole story was a throw off, but Quilla doing something to her cousin is lies that one of the cover stories to have excused why she beat her. Lies, lies, lies. I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. All right. Ooh. Hey, a new member. Thank you, Lisa, for becoming a channel member and getting you a nice little color there. Lisa Whiteburn became a member. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. How awesome. And looky. A $20 super chat. All right. Thank you so much. I honestly, totally super appreciate that. Thank you so much. Y'all so good to me. I appreciate the love and support. And this really touches me. I sure thank y'all so much. So we're about to get into our second video from Queen Sheba. And she is saying, what are they hiding? So this seems like it's going to be pretty deep here. So we're going to get some questions answered from Queen Sheba. All right. And thank you again. And let's see here.
All right. Welcome, kings and queens. We've got a lot to talk about today.
Okay.
I was able to uncover some information, do a bit of research over the past couple of days, and I just wanted to come back and just share my thoughts with you. Before I get started, this is all alleged. These are my opinions based on my observations, and I am sharing some of my research with you.
Okay.
If you know as an adult that this is triggering for you, please log off. Take care of your well-being. I want you to be proactive and turn it off, okay? If it's triggering for you to hear it, please turn it off. Take care of yourself. You come first.
Thank you, Queen.
Y'all, the Cabo Six have gotten himself in a pickle.
Uh-oh.
To those of us on the outside looking in, right? It's about Shanquella. To the Mexican government, based on some of the research I'm doing and based on my opinion,
what?
It's not about Shanquella. It's about bringing and it's about how the Cabo Six have brought unwarranted attention to something that was never supposed to be discovered or see the light of day.
Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. Wow. Uh-oh, this is starting to feel intriguing, y'all. So I think maybe we might be getting some of these, intriguing questions answered here. This is starting, yeah. There are some questions, like people want to know, like, what is this all about? And then we heard Nazir saying that it's deeper than what we think. Like, I don't know what we uncovering here, y'all. We might be uncovering some stuff that, I don't know. All right. So y'all ready? Let's get back into this. We're going back in.
When we think about those villas that are all located in a cluster, y'all, This is a resort. This was not an isolated villa. This is a villa located on a resort where you can go to the spa.
Yeah, look how luxury that looks
on site. Somebody, probably more than one person, has seen and heard a lot yet nobody knows anything.
Yeah.
This is a resort. So I wanted to bring that to your attention again. Now that I'm bringing that to your attention, a lot of people know a lot of stuff. In my opinion, this is a deep, deep cover up, and I'll tell you why I think that.
Why?
In my opinion, Mexico is panicking because the Cabo Six opened Pandora's box when they hurt Shanquella on that property. From the Mexican perspective, this is about protecting their house at all costs.
Ooh.
I have to be very careful how I say things so that YouTube doesn't flag me. Y'all need to have a seat.
Sit down, y'all.
Because we're about to go deep.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm having coffee as I'm talking to you, so please forgive me if you can hear me swallowing or anything like that.
You good.
Mexico doesn't want the U.S. on this case. That's why they are now moving with lightning speed. When you think about the subpoenas, the warrant, and the release of the crime scene videos. Or
what crime scene videos? I know it was no crime scene videos. Videos of the crime scene?
Photos.
Oh, photos.
To us, it appears as if they want justice for Shanquella. But I believe there's so much more to this, and I've shared that. Y'all, that villa is a gold mine. And if the FBI comes snooping around, there's a lot that could potentially be exposed. Everything that's being placed in front of us is just smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, I feel it.
Everything that they place in front of us, that's being placed in front of you, dig deeper. Pull the curtain back. So it's been shared by Mr. Zuniga, if I'm saying his name correctly, the journalist from Mexico.
Yeah.
That the villa is indeed owned by a very, very powerful businessman. We can substantiate that.
What?
Okay. Now, I gave you my thoughts regarding the villa in the video I did prior to this one. And I've had the same thoughts since day one. I did a bit of research. Not only does this man own this villa, this man owns many, many other resorts, properties, real estate, construction companies.
Ooh.
In various regions of Mexico and different parts of the world. Are you following me?
I'm trying.
Now take a seat, because I told y'all this was going to get deep. If the Cabo Six ain't got themselves in a pickle, I don't know what to call it. They've messed with the wrong folks, which explains the hiding and the sudden disappearance of at least 4 of them.
What? When did that happen? Y'all heard about that? Some disappearance of 4 people? What? I know about that. Anybody know something about that? Disappearing of 4? We would have heard something about that, right? What? See, Sean says, family needs to hire private eye to investigate the fake-ass doctor, then hire lawyers to sue the sheets out that Linda 32. I think Quilla Villa sounds so much better. Yes, that's okay. We're gonna get back to this story here. This is some interesting news, Queen Sheba. See, said they told him that. Beverly Foster. Night, Miss Sandy. Okay, somebody's going out, checking out here. All right, here we go. Okay, let's get on back onto the story. Let's see here. Back to the story. Ooh, this is intriguing.
Not only does this man own this property and many, many, many others, this man has a partnership that started in 1983. Now, some of the properties may not be updated from the research that I've done. He could have acquired way more. Okay. Now, when you think about
Wow. 1983, that is a long time. So, they ain't wanting them messing with their money like that. You know what I mean? If they've been building this up since 1983 and, and now y'all bringing all this heat here, we've been doing this here, this little system here for all this time. And now all of a sudden y'all got all this internet stuff happening. She might be on to something. They may be in smoke and mirrors all the way. Exactly. Beverly Foster says. And Evelyn says, I saw this earlier and agree. Okay. All right. We're not even halfway done through it. I'm curious to see what the rest of this is saying here. Let's see. Scarlett said cartel does sound like that. It's making me feel some cartel vibes and stuff like that. So wow. Justice for Shanquella. Zuinga was probably hired by them because him risking his life for justice is ridiculous. Yeah, I agree, right? Possible human trafficking. All right. I think she is referring to hiding out. Okay. Is she talking about the people who passed from carbon monoxide around the same time? I don't know, because somebody else had brought out about those other femicides, and they used the same alcohol intoxication story on another case, a little bit up. And Cheryl says Cabo Six are lying now. Media accounts are deactivated. Yep. All right. Baby Sis says stop posting that about Quilla Villa. That's disrespectful. Okay. Hey, Purple and Gold, peace and blessings. I believe she is referencing the Cabo criminals that are back in the U.S. hiding. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, okay. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all be helping me out here in the chat.
The Cabo Six, going over there, taking Shanquella's life, and being able to walk away scot-free. If you don't think there was a higher hand in this, you're fooling yourself. Ain't no way you be able to walk away like that without a little bit of help, without somebody picking up the phone and saying, let them go. I don't want to bring attention to myself, to my operation, to my business. I've got too much to lose. Let them go, clean it up, make it go away.
Yeah.
Now, if you consider.
Wow, that makes so much sense. Yeah, so you're not bringing this heat here. Like, yeah, just go and get up out of here. And tell me it's alcohol poisoning.
That we can find this information, then the FBI should be about 3 to 4 steps way ahead of us. What if the FBI has realized, long before we have, right? What if they've realized not only have the Cabo Six committed a crime in Mexico, that's the first thing, which would naturally cause the Mexican government to want them extradited back to Mexico. But what if the FBI now realizes, oh shit, if we send them back, they're in danger based on who we're dealing with, where it happened, and what the other C-word stuff that goes on or could possibly go on at this villa.
They should have thought about that before they did the thing in Mexico then. Now, they won't be scared and want to stay here, protect us, right? She is Power says, sad to say, but don't be surprised if they slowly end up missing or taken out, especially if cartel is in charge. Shaking my head. Baby Sis says, this is why I believe Mexico will lock all 6 of those demons up so quick. They need this to go away, and they know we're breathing down their throats. Well, I don't know. Seems like they just looking for one person. Same medical staff. Yeah, wow. Yup. Nazir said it's bigger than we think. That's why I give him a pass. She is power. Yikes. Okay. All right. So we about to get back off up in the same medical staff used for cover-ups. Yeah. Exactly, RN. Thank y'all so much. You see, David Burke says they won't be safe in the U.S. either. We are all upset. Yeah. Where they going? Exactly. Wow. Wow. This is all allegedly and not factual.
Now, the United States, their first duty is to protect their citizens. That's crazy, right? They committed a grotesque crime. But the United States have the moral duty of protecting their citizens if they know or believe them to be in danger. This is very complicated if what I'm believing is true, because at the same time they committed a crime. Could it be that we haven't heard anything, not a peep from the FBI? Could it be that they're trying to figure out how to place the safety of the Cabo Six above the crime? You tell me. This villa has been dropped from Expedia. This villa has been dropped from Airbnb. This villa has been dropped from most American booking sites that I've tried to pretend that I
remember a couple weeks ago it was booked. So it's good, people is making these statements and making it hard for them to start hitting these pockets, and then people start really, changing stuff up here. Wow. I remember, 2 weeks ago, we was reporting that, that villa was booked. It was up and running, back in business. Rich says, Cabo Six is in hot water when this case really hit the fan. They need to be on suicide watch. She makes a lot of sense. Yep. Lena says someone told them to go see what the parents is thinking. Yeah. That's why they went to the mother's house. Wow. We're not breathing down their throats. That's true. We're still trying to stand here with lifting our voices here for justice for Shanquella. You see, Tina said, I wish Mexico would come to the U.S. and hunt them down like a hound dog. I'm still not convinced Dejanay is a U.S. citizen. Let's see. Tina says facts. Let's see. Karanya says, I wonder if the FBI knows where Dejanay is. I think the last video said that that FBI is detaining her. She's or been arrested or something like that. Ooh, these be popping up quick. Beverly Fox says the wheels of justice is turning. All right, so let's get on finished up with this here.
I'm booking on. Initially, I was like, yes, we applied that pressure.
Yep.
But when I uncovered what I uncovered, I was like, this is an extremely powerful man. And not only him, his partners. I was like, oh, shoot, we're not that powerful. Wow. What if the FBI had Expedia, Airbnb, and all of those sites to pull it? We don't have that much pull, y'all.
Oh, she's right.
Okay. There's been other people that things have happened to in hotels, resorts, out of this country. And they've never stopped leasing, renting out, and or accepting reservations on U.S. booking sites.
Because remember, I said we had played, we did a live a couple of weeks ago where we was talking about the unit, Villa something 32 or whatever the name was back on the market and booked, had bookings.
Y'all better put 2 and 2 together. This villa is located approximately 30 minutes from the airport, and it's not bad from a tourist perspective or an operational component either.
Yeah.
If you
Oops. All right, here we go. Yeah, wow. Interesting stuff here. TT, hey TT, what's going on? We need to do a Justice for Shanquella Day on her birthday in January. Wear her favorite color. I don't know what that is. Her birthday, January. It was January something. I don't remember. What day is Shanquella's birthday? We need to find them all 6, Marie says. Evelyn says, Atlina agreed, which could be why the cops and FBI are not telling the family much. They need to make sure of the facts. Yeah. True that. Ebony says, Geraldo gave us this information about the powerful businessman on his live when he released the photos. Yeah, I know. I had said that Geraldo reminds me of a Telemundo, right? Y'all want to be entertained, right? So yeah, here we go. Raw says, I think they know where they all are. Yeah, I agree. I don't, like I said, I think, in today's society with all this, they know exactly where they are. They're just waiting. And I think we're going to be surprised, y'all. I think they got some, something to, for us. We deserve it. We need our justice, and we're not going to stop talking about this until we get it. Scarlett says, it's a crime scene, active investigation. Exactly. So why are we seeing these pictures of it? And then too, all they're doing is making themselves look more liable, because if anybody sees that scene and see that these supposedly doctors and emergency care workers, we're going to see they negligent, right? That was negligence. They weren't doing anything. They weren't first responders. They weren't doing nothing. They did not provide care for her. She was still fully dressed, and they wanted to make sure that they showed us the picture with her dress, not realizing that y'all telling on yourselves. Because if you did all these 14 rounds of CPR, she wouldn't have no shirt on. She wouldn't have those pants on. We cutting clothes off. No, we don't do no CPR with clothes on. Those clothes are being cut off. We would have seen her body would have been naked. So they wasted the time to put her in the clothes, if they put her in the clothes, because it's just showing that they didn't do the work. This is making them look more liable, right? We need to be suing for lack of care. Let's see here. It's Shayla says, yeah, it was booked by Geraldo Zuniga so he could take the photo. So he could take those fraudulent photos, the fraudulent pictures. That is a good one. Let me read this again. It's Shayla says, yeah, it was booked by Geraldo Zuniga so he could take those fraudulent pictures. Yeah, good one. Clever. I love it. Beverly says, the wheels of justice are turning. All right, let me get a few. Purple and Gold said, Cabo Six is messing with their money, bringing attention to their operation. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Ooh, okay, so let's go ahead and get finished up with this one here so we can come in for a landing. Oops.
Have completely brought such attention to this resort. And if you think this man is going to let this go easily, you're wrong. To lose that amount of revenue, and possibly have your other operations, quote unquote, the C word, impeded, yeah, that's a huge problem. Yeah, US, you know what? Send them back. Okay, you know what, United States of America, you want to drag your feet? We're going to issue a subpoena. We just want to talk to them. Okay, we just want to question them about a crime. Okay, you still want to drag your feet? We're going to corrupt your case. We're going to release videos of the crime scene. We're going to taint.
This is, okay, I'm glad she put her little warning up in there. Yeah.
Everything that you're trying to do or say that you're trying to do so that you have no strong case. And your United States citizens will be so angry with you if you let them go scot-free and don't send them to us. Mexico is forcing the hand of the United States, and this is going to get really, really complicated, in my opinion. The Cabo Six have completely messed up, y'all.
Ooh, oh, now you
I'm
done
not
did
sure
it
how
now.
all of this is going to play out, but what I believe to be
Look at her face. She just looks wicked and mean and evil. This here winter, cold, frozen.
the underbelly of all of this, I now have a deeper understanding of why Elise Hyatt's family may be trying to pull every string, every connection that they have in politics to keep her from being sent back to Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they done effed up big time.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, they gonna do everything in their power to save her.
Right.
I think now that they understand the gravity of this and who's connected, and you did what on whose property?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, I think her stepfather realizes that she's done got herself in a big mess. The owner of that villa is a former politician and could possibly, well, I'm going to assume that he calls the shots in Mexico. They said he's so big that only one person, the journalist from Mexico, is being allowed to cover this story. That's called control, strategic operation, creating a strategic pipeline of how this information is coming down to us. Mexico has hit go. The clock is ticking. And I now believe the FBI is stalling for a reason. This isn't good, y'all. At all. The US is going to have to make a decision. And either way, it's going to be ugly. Okay? In the meantime, no one has mentioned seeing, hearing from, touching, feeling, or smelling the other four of the Cabo Six. Not a friend, not a relative, co-worker, gas station clerk, nobody. Could it be they're in protective custody? That's just a thought on my end.
Thank you very much, Queen Sheba, for your contribution to this whole thing. Yeah, interesting. So the first guy was saying that Dejanay is, captured or whatever, and sounds like she doesn't think anybody's captured here. Interesting viewpoints here. Beverly Foster says, in the Sweetie Pie case, it took the FBI years to catch Tim Norman for killing his nephew. The FBI is on the case. I agree with you. I believe that they are. And they're just slow. This is so upsetting to see that some person would have so much hate to bring this much devastation, pain on someone's family. They need to get the ones that's on the video killing Shanquella, unaliving Shanquella. I agree with you. We all want that. Sugar Unique MJ says, whatever power is going on will continue. They have zero to do with what was done to Quilla. They will criminally pay, at least Deja will. Yeah. They already knew she was dead when they looked at her. Exactly. Yep. Tiffany Taylor says, what Gerald said about certain ABC organizations protecting Dejanay is interesting. That is true. That's true. Yeah. Which would just be really upsetting because how fair do they get special rights, right? Get special rights. So sad. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate you for saying that. Scarlett said, listen, if the U.S. government hunted down bin Laden, they know where the Cabo Six are. Exactly. Richard Hampton. Thank you, Richard. Welcome. Hello from Cincinnati, Ohio. Justice for Shanquella. Thank you, Richard, and welcome to the All Around Natural Beauty RN show, where we are passionate about helping lift the voices for justice for Shanquella Robinson. And Beverly Foster says, we don't do no CPR with clothes on. You are spot on, Queen. Thank you. The first thing that happens, we cutting off clothes. If anybody that has been to the emergency room with the accident, they're not waiting for you to remove your clothes or get on the scene of an accident. The first responders are not trying to take your clothes off. They're cutting that stuff off. We need to expose the chest. Also, we need to cut off all your clothes. We got to see if you got any injuries, any wounds, or any other places. We need to know what's going on. And that's why I'm saying that thing was a lie too, because all he was doing was describing there, right? Describing. Whenever you respond to emergency, you don't know what you're going to find. You do not know what you're going to find. You get there and you make the assessment. The first thing to make the assessment, you got to do a head to toe. So the clothes have to come off. They would have cut those clothes off, especially those tight ass biker shorts. They wouldn't have tried to peel. We cutting it off. Thank you, Beverly. That is so true. All right. Gift Ministries 9 says, if you have over 4,000 in a GoFundMe, why haven't the family hired their own investigators? I would not 400K. Sorry, you're 400,000. That's what I said. I would not be waiting for justice. I believe Gift Ministry 9 that they do have. That's what they're using the money for. Is for the private investigation and also for the travel back and forth to Mexico. Yep. Ernie says Queen Sheba is on point. Thank you for showing this. I saw this earlier. You are very welcome. You are very welcome. Yep. I try to keep up with with what we're watching and looking at too, so we could, make sure everybody is good. Made in Texas says either Nazir saw Quilla naked or someone clothed her. We saw Quilla naked. That's how we saw. That's what we saw. Okay. Hey, Kendrill. That is not her. Sorry, GZ. Need to stop it. Exactly. Those fake pics. And that, yeah. Fake. Evelyn says, send them back. I agree with you. You know what I mean? Yep. Should have thought about that, because this is like, playing spin the bottle. And sometimes, when it lands on you, this kind of stuff has been going on. And then somebody got to pay. And if they want us to be quiet, we need to see the 6 of them getting, what they deserve. She is power, says Baby 6. I completely agree. Yep. Thank you. Let's see here. Let me try to scoop down. Hey, Rebecca, what's going on? Check out Shakima Smith. She can give you travel tips. She's on Facebook, YouTube, Justice for Shanquella. Thank you, Rebecca. Scarlett says, I was in a car accident once and woke up in the hospital gown, closed gun. Exactly. We need to see you naked. We seeing the whole body. There's no modesty in here. I need to see it all. I need to see everything. And that's what we do as nurses. We need to see. And then there's, especially in an emergency situation, there's no way. Yeah. You wake up, your clothes, and we don't care if these is your best good jeans. Nobody cares. We ripping it off. Shirt ripped off, or cut off. We're not ripping off because we're trying to make sure that we're not manipulating, too much in case there's some injuries that could, cause further damage. Right. So, yeah, exactly. Where was the backboard? Where was the to get her immobilized, the immobilizer. Where is the equipment? We didn't see not one 4x4, not one IV start kit, not a bag of normal saline. We didn't see the AED. We didn't see the syringes from all of the adrenaline that they so-called gave. Where's the proof? Y'all ain't did no work. Y'all was standing up there looking ridiculous. They wasn't even wearing the uniforms right. That's why I'm saying those weren't real people. It's a certain swag. It's a certain stature that a doctor or a nurse is going to have in those uniforms. They're not going to be looking all dumb and like they don't know what to do. They look like the housekeepers. They did put on some uniform, put some costumes on because they wasn't wearing it right. They wasn't like they had authority or confidence. You ain't going to see no scared or paranoid first responder looking like they don't know what to do. And the doctor is definitely not going to be the first one down there doing something. The doctor comes in after we have made the assessment. Doctors are not the first ones there. Doctors aren't doing CPR. And 3 people could not have been doing CPR for no damn hour. We have to switch after 2 minutes. And most of the time it'd be like after a minute and a half, because this is rough. We working. You ready? All right, switch. And then the next person come up in there. You mean to tell me that they was able to do 14 rounds of CPR with 3 people on the 3-person crew? Hell no, that's lies. Get out of here with them lies. Get on out of here with them lies. Did I read that? I was hit across the street, and I'm so glad I came to before the ambulance got there. They started taking off shoes. Can you imagine if I was still unconscious? Exactly. We would have been cutting that off. And no, we don't replace it. You don't get it replaced. The 86 says lots of federal cases less complicated than this one have taken years. That's just how it goes. But they always get a conviction. That's what matters. Exactly. Hey, Lakeisha, what's going on? Lakeisha Harris says the GoFund goal is $400K. Who's going to get the cash? I think the family, I think the sister is the one that started the GoFundMe. So, yeah. Candrill says he wasn't at the so-called, the same couch in this photo, y'all. Notice the background. Thank you. And even the quality, the color. They had 3 pictures up there. And they were all 3 different spaces, right? The couch was a navy blue. Then it was a powder blue. Then the other one was gray. Yes. It was definitely not the same. It's Shayla says Shanquella's birthday is January the 9th. Okay. Oh, she was Capricorn. January the 9th. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely have a celebration here. Keisha Hall says Mexico need to get them and arrest them. Justice for Shanquella. Thank you. All right, let's see. Jacqueline says, hey, didn't Aziz say he rode her on her side and put a bag under her? Why would he do that? To try to solidify his lie, but not realize you're putting yourself in a bigger hole because now you're exposing that you lied. We all know that after 15 minutes after Dejanay did her attack, that Shanquella wasn't here. So if you got here later that afternoon, it's no way that you did any of the things that you said you did. You bold-faced liar. Shame on you. Rigor mortis sets in at 20 to 30 minutes, fixed at 12 hours. Thank you, Sean. Let's see. Scarlett, we saw folks in Halloween costumes. Yeah, they were saying it was some type of holiday, one of those, or ritual days, Day of the Dead, or some type of something. Tina said they saw that she was already gone. I believe that's what their faces was looking at. What the hell happened here? That's not how first responders come. What I'm saying is that, let me see if I can find the picture. It's already too late. We'll do that one tomorrow, Tina. We're gonna play that little video again so we can show the pictures and I can show you in just the mannerism and stuff like that. That's not how first responders. No one's coming to go and looking, right? Yeah. So yeah, I will. I promise tomorrow get back on that. It's yeah. And I'm saying that too as a nurse with all this history and someone who's worked in trauma and critical care. We do lots of codes, lots of CPR. I'm just saying that even if they felt like they thought she was expired when they got there, they still would have made an assessment, right? They still would have made the assessment. Where's the proof that they even assessed her? They were still standing there with bags on and stuff. Nobody does that. You're coming down there to make sure you don't see any signs of life. You're checking. You're making an assessment. They didn't do none of that. I agree at Tina. Okay, so you come back tomorrow too. So they lied. Okay, I feel you. All right, here we go. Karanya says, right, just kneeling there looking at the body pose. Exactly. And if they looked like they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't look comfortable in the uniform. And what I mean by that, there's a certain, like I said, a certain posture, certain something where you can tell who the players are, right? You can tell that's the surgeon and that's the scrub tech. You can tell that's the nurse and that's the CNA. Just by the mannerism, how they're wearing the uniform, the confidence in the posture, in the stance and all that stuff, right? That's what I'm saying. None of them had that in them, like they had trained for years to be a doctor, right? The doctor is not the one out there doing all this stuff. The doctor is standing back and waiting for the minions and the lower people to do the assessment, and then I come in. The doctor is not sitting down there, kneeling down. The only one. No, it's not how this works. And these people with the backpack is standing in this position that's not even in a position where you can be of assistance. Somebody needs to be moving the furniture around so we can get some space. There was no backboard. There was no proof that any CPR had been rendered. There was no proof that any care had been rendered. All right. Bridget says Mexico is going to release more photos. Like she said in the video, Mexico want to put the heat on the U.S. Okay, here. Okay, so I'm going to do a few more here, and then we're going to give the benediction. I'm just joking. All right. La Jessica says, what do you think happened after the attack? I think that they, figured it's time to try to figure out how we can get up out of here and then buy our little alibi. But I don't believe that they dressed the body, moved the body, played around with the body, posed the body, stroked the body's head, did all these things, moved the body to different positions or around the villa. I don't think that. Maybe the doctor in the photo is Zuinka's interpreter. Yeah, I don't know. Melanie says, we didn't see not one of the Cabo Six to make sure they weren't mishandling Shanquella. I wouldn't have left the room. I don't know those people, and my sister don't speak Spanish. Exactly. Yeah, all lies and stage. Exactly, Melanie. So true. All right. McQueen Ramirez says, who get the first, doctor or ambulance, or everyone at the same time? Who knows? Because we've heard so many different stories. First, Nazir said he was there. And they were waiting for the maid. I mean, not the maid, waiting for the nurse to come. He said nurse. And now all of a sudden there's a doctor and Red Cross people. That's why I'm saying, y'all, whenever we, math and science, right? So you can't add more facts now because we already had 2 + 2. We know it was 4. So now we know that there was a nurse that came after Nazir was already there, right? So we already know that. So now you can't add more players. Where the hell did the doctor and the Red Cross come from? And the first responders? Where did all these people come from? They weren't there weeks ago when Nazir was saying that the nurse came, right? You don't think they would have been talking about first responders at that time? The ambulance, they would have been saying that. Why all of a sudden now is somebody else telling us this, right? Nazir didn't have no problem talking and telling his stories. If there had been more information like a doctor and Red Cross people, you don't think that would have been something he would have added to the story, right? That gives more credibility. Karanya says, if you've ever just been on the scene of an emergency, you know it moves fast. People are moving and working, not standing there looking. Thank you so much. If they are emergency first responders, they're not going to be shocked or surprised when they get there. When they, like I said about working in the ER, imagine the people that work in the first response when they get to these not crime scenes, but these accident scenes when people been ejected from the car and they got a decapitation or they had an amputation, a limb was cut off, and they got to go around and find the arm or the fingers or something like that. You don't think they've been seeing all kind of stuff? They're not shocked or surprised or startled or alarmed. They see all kind of stuff. You work in emergency. You think I was surprised I was working in critical care if I see a smashed head or something? Stuff happens. That's what it takes when you're working in emergency. First responders see the stuff first. They ain't shocked by this kind of stuff. They coming in there getting ready to work. They lying, y'all. They cut the clothes off in ER because you most likely go to X-ray real fast. And we need to be able to do stuff. We may need to start an IV. We may need to get a central line. We may, a central line is the first thing. Come on, where my nurses at? We putting a central line in to do this CPR because we need a big vein so we can push these strong drugs to get you back. They lying, y'all. Tina says, yes, I agree with you. And see, I was thinking, forgive me, that maybe her body function has started to release. Good job, RN. You are doing great with getting down to the real. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, so I'm going to finish up these comments, and then we're going to give out big hugs and love to everybody. Hey, Sharon T. All right, new name here. Another thing, if CPR was done, they would have done more damage, given her back and neck was broken. Exactly. And we would have saw that they would have tried to stabilize and immobilize, all that stuff. And they wouldn't have been working there for no hour. They would have been doing what they can to get the ambulance there, to get that person out of there. Nobody's doing CPR on the scene. They doing that in the back of the ambulance. We're getting up out of here. Somebody is trying to leave. Made in Texas says, this happened in Mexico, not America. We are looking at this from American standards. We know Mexico is ran by the cartel. Hey, Fame, what's going on? Nothing to do. She was dead. Exactly. True. All right. Hey, Lady P55. Welcome. Says Shanquella was deceased minutes after her skull was disconnected and spine injury took place. Thank you. Facts. All right. Lisa White says this doctor was sent in by the owner and reporter back to him and reported back to him. I bet Mexico is not America. Yep. True. Candrell said, release more photos from who? Zwinga? Yes, he's the one. Hey, Rosa. Rosa says, Mafia boss gonna take care of Cabo Six. All right, Rosa's Alvarado's is saying the Mafia boss is gonna take care of Cabo Six. I heard that. Why do you think so many Mexican is always crossing into America borders? If somebody called me to an alcohol poison and I walked into a dead on arrival, I'd have to look on my face too, but I'd call the real police. Yeah, so baby sis, right? So whenever you're going to respond to these, emergencies, for the most part, you don't know. You're just getting in there and you are making your assessment when you get there. So no one is accepting an alcohol poison as a diagnosis, because is there a physician there to say that this alcohol poison? Like, nobody's gonna, you don't take the call and accept what they're telling you with a diagnosis unless there's been a physician there, someone to render a diagnosis. Alcohol poisoning is a diagnosis, not a symptom. People report symptoms, not diagnoses. So this is how we know this was a lie, part of the lie. Hey, PJ, I believe they did touch the body and dressed and moved her because she was naked fighting. Then we see she is dressed on the pics by the reporter. The pics by the reporter are fake. That is not Shanquella in those pics. That is not Shanquella in those pics. That is not Shanquella in those pics. There's no face on the pics, y'all. Even you can see that is not a body. That is somebody laying there. A body looks different than a person laying there. There's certain positions that if you are alive and well and not paralyzed, that you cannot put your body in that position. We saw her all broken up. So I wish we had to come back tomorrow, y'all. Because I had to show you the picture. The lady in the pink shorts, she had an arch in her leg wasn't flat down like we saw Shanquella after her tailbone was broken. So if that was Shanquella, how is she in that position with those tight ass cheap pink biker shorts on? That wasn't her. And baby sis says, because I'd call it a crime scene until the investigation and reports say otherwise. Yes, Tina, after the video stopped playing, I believe that creature Dejanay Jackson from the video, she was talking and walking backwards, Shanquella, and I think she assaulted Shanquella even more. Maid Lucy found her first. Lucy said she was cold to touch. Yes, we heard that too, that Lucy said she found her seated in that position that we saw her in on the floor. Let's see here. Beverly says, Sharon T, so true. The CPR compressions could have done more damage. If that doctor didn't know this, she would definitely lose her license. Doctors know. All right, this is just common practice. And I know, they do all this stuff on TV, but all the stuff y'all see on TV on these little medical shows or doctor shows, it's all fake, y'all. We real medical people, we laugh at that stuff. We laugh at like ER, all that stuff, because it's so fake. So fake. The good doctors, I bowl over with laughter when they show doctors passing medications out and starting IVs and stuff that they don't do. Or, doing surgery without putting the mask on after they've already scrubbed up. Just ridiculous stuff. Like, they don't do real investigation to know what, hey, Libra Moon, a new member. Hey, welcome, Libra Moon. Became a member. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. Thank you so much. And look here, more gifts. Gifts Ministries 9. Thank you for your $19.99 super chat. Said, tell them, Natural Beauty. Thank you for always bringing the truth with love. Oh, thank you. This is my first super chat. Well spent. Oh, thank you so much. And it's well received. I sure appreciate that comment. That is so touching and motivating. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Gifts Ministries. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay. This is y'all so wonderful. Beautifuls and beauties. Thank y'all so much. Yes. Thank you. And I'm gonna tell them. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate the support. I was referring to maybe reason not to put the bag under her. No disrespect. Right. None taken. And I'm just saying that I don't believe that any of them touched her. I just don't believe that. I don't believe that. It was scary enough for us to see that, right? So you think you're going to be brave enough to go over there and touch, after you've seen the person get crushed like that? No way. Bridget said, exactly. You're right, Natural Beauty. Thank you. Yep. Thank you. And say, I bet you Zuinga staging his next photo shoot for the scenes. And the reason why I'm laughing and I think that's funny is because think about all of the publicity up until the pics came, right? We was hearing about it, like, it was preparing for it, like, preparing for the pics, and then the way they came out with all of the explanation. Okay, now see that chest over there in the background? It's the same chest, and the photographer took the picture. And this is where, it was like they were trying to explain. Like I say, the truth doesn't need explanation. The truth doesn't need explaining. The truth is just the truth. And now these pictures, what they did was really screwed themselves over, because the pictures are now going to lock you in and tie you into this narrative. So you're just digging a bigger hole for yourself and making it to where more people need to fall in there. Now we got to find the doctor who said this baloney stuff, which y'all then faked and forward some real doctor's name, because no real doctor wouldn't have wrote no baloney bull crap story like that. No real nurse would have wrote no baloney bull crap story like that. So I'm glad they did take these fake ass pics so we can point out all this fake stuff on it. Bridget said, you don't know if it's her or not, but Cabo Six know if it's her or not. I do know that it's not her. I do know. I saw her get her life taken from her in the photograph, in the video, where Dejanay grabbed her in the neck hold and threw her down and slung her and twisted her neck and knocked it off of her head and broke her back. Misty It's Me said, also, you are not going to listen to travel partners if she needed hospital under an RN, and I am. She is going to the hospital even to deem dead. Exactly. There's never a time where a doctor or a nurse is going to be listening to no lay people tell us how to do our job. The nurse will take control. The nurse will have you removed from the scene if you are interfering with the care. We ain't tipping around looking all scared and nervous. When have you ever seen the nurse to be scared? We coming in there with authority and we doing what we need to do. Sharon T said, the pic looked faded, old, and of poor quality. Looks staged. Exactly. And they playing us like we chumps, y'all, like we some silly suckers. And see, two Tweedledee looking Red Cross workers. It's a joke. Exactly. So, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see here. Yes, please pull up the pics if you can. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can quickly find one. Y'all, because I'm getting sleepy. Okay. I should have one in the email. Yeah, somebody emailed me one. And Matt did. Okay, be patient with me. Go pull it up real quick. All right. Let's see here. Where was that at? Okay, I got it. Here we go, y'all. Okay, let me see if I can share this as an email. Yep. Okay, here we go. Here is the pic. It's in an email, so I'm not sure how much I can manipulate it. All right, so here's the pic here, right? So we see this cheaper quality looking gray couch without the big fluffy pillows and the other one. Let me see here. All right, and okay, so look here. This is supposed to be the doctor kneeling down here, right? No medical supplies in sight anywhere, right? Look at this person. This person does not have the posture or the stature of a professional healthcare emergency first responder. This looks like the posture of a housekeeper or somebody that does nothing with taking care of an emergency person here. Look at the legs. Let me see if can I make this bigger? I don't know how to make this bigger, y'all, but if this could be bigger, if you can look, see these legs here? See the space under there? Behind her knee, right? Think back on the picture that we saw when Shanquella was slammed down there after her tailbone was broken. Saw how flat, right? The legs were flat in the space because you don't have that natural little arch. I can't do it because of my arms here. But look at this person here. See there? This is how you can tell this is not a body because there is the arch behind the knee. It's not totally flat board-like, right? Look at this big fat waist here, right? Somebody tried to say that this was because of bloating due to the CPR. If this was bloating due to the CPR, where is the ambu bag that provided the bloating from the air being administered, from the breaths being administered? Where's that at, right? Also, if this was bloating due to CPR, why is the shirt on the patient? None of this would be on her if they did CPR. Where is the AED? So they said they gave her shocks, right? They said, what was it, 4 or 5 shock rounds, right? Where? You cannot shock with the clothes on. The chest has to be bare. Chest has to be bare. There has to be pads placed on the chest for those shocks that they said they administered. Remember? They administered the CPR and the shocks, right? Where is the IV tubing for this adrenaline that was given for the CPR medicines? Where is it? Where is a stethoscope? Where is it? Fake, fake, fake. Look at this cheap poster in the back. The other picture was a picture with a nice fine painting. Where is the square footage in the massive villa that we saw? Right, I think I have another picture here. Okay. Oh, all right. So it's not a good picture. Here's an email somebody sent me, I guess, of a screenshot. But this is kind of dark. But if I had a better picture, you guys would see that this couch here is navy blue. This is powder blue, and it has pillows with stripes in it. This here gray, cheap-looking couch does not look like this. This space is small. This space is massive. This space is big. This space is cheap looking. This space looks like it's exquisite. It's well, let me see if I got a better picture too. No, they only sent these 2. All right, so that's my best job I can do for y'all on that there. And I'll do better tomorrow on there. But y'all, hopefully y'all can see in that picture there. in those pics there. How fake it was. It's like a bad stage set. You get some rest. Thank you so much. And I will, get back here to do it again tomorrow. Thank you so much. Lisa says, who gave them the refund and why did they get a refund? Good question. All right, lady P55 says, it is said that Elise worked in the hospital. Yeah, in the back office part. Ebony says maybe one of the Cabo Six released the video because they knew it was going to be covered up by the Mexico authority, villa owner, etc. One of them had a guilty conscience. Yeah, that's what I was feeling too, or was scared, like, right? Beverly says at Candrell, I thought those pink biker shorts were rather thick. Shanquella was smaller than that. Yes, and Shanquella had class. On the pics that we have seen, she was in Louis Vuitton. She was high class. She was first class, high class. She was high society. She wouldn't be wearing those cheap swap meet clothes. She had 2 businesses. She had money. She wouldn't be wearing them cheap biker shorts from the swap meet. Was that a CPR doll? No, usually the dolls mostly just be like a torso, a torso and face for the compressions and the from the breast. The respirations and the compressions is what you need for the CPR. So with those legs, and the legs look like human legs, like it was a real person. And that's why I'm saying it wasn't a body, because a body would have that flat look to it where, it's not you sleep and you got like a little, the behind your knee, right? That little arch in there. All right, let me start winding it up because I'm starting to get sleepy and talk. Let's see here. Where am I at? All right, here we go. Sharon Carter. Hello, Sharon, and welcome. Also, look at the skin tone. Shanquella was dark skinned. Exactly. I'm just saying, so they trying to pass these bogus pics of somebody's legs. And Shanquella had a little tiny waist. That lady looked like she done had some babies. And and the cheap clothes is what's offensive to me. The cheap clothes is what's offensive to me. Richard said, I worked in a hospital over 9 years. If that's how they do business there, it's hard to believe that they can save a life. Thank you, Richard. Thank you. Thank you so much for my healthcare providers out there, my healthcare workers, my people that work in this. Let the folks know how it really goes, what really goes down here. Yep. Beverly says, at Lisa White, if Shanquella paid for the villa, why would they get the refund? Exactly. Maybe to pay off. I don't know. That's a good question. Good question. Ooh, good question. Scarlett said, Zwinga got people hyped with anticipation because he knows we are in need of information since we aren't receiving updates from the U.S. government, state, or local authorities. Yep. And people want to be entertained. So people go in there and he's just putting on a nice little performance. Telemundo. Okay. Everybody in Mexico were in cahoots. Okay. Maybe. And see, Jacqueline says, I really don't want to hear any more interpretations from Zwinga. He's now getting paid big time on the soul of Shanquella and her family. That's not cool. Oh. Advocate for our patients. Exactly. That's what nurses do. And that's what we do. And that's what we do. Thank you, Misty, for reminding everybody. Let's see, Baby Sis says, I want to see the picture without distortion. I want to see the face. I can't make out the details. They didn't mean for you to make out the detail. They wanted it to be distorted like that because they know it's a lie. Hello, all. Was the body found dead in the bedroom instead of the living room? I'm going to go by the first statement that the maid, they said the maid said that she was found seated in that position that we saw her fall in the bedroom. Medical personnel would have pushed all that stuff out of the way. Thank you. Thank you. Instead of standing up here. That's what I said. Y'all look at that picture. It's hysterical. They should have been like, huh? What we do? What happened here? What I gotta do? what you want me to do here? Hello, everyone. What's up, Homer? Homer Green. Let's see here. They would have needed to get on both sides of the body before they could even determine if she was alive. Yeah. They're just giving a story, y'all. Libra Moon, thank you. Break it down, RN. She said, break it down. I'm trying. Thank you so much for your support. You see, that's the point, Bridget. They didn't arrive. That was a lie. Yep. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. All right, so we're going to do. Okay, here we go. How do you say? Step Press J. 14 rounds of CPR and adrenaline shots in the heart or shock to the chest. Yeah. We don't do any adrenaline shots to the heart. We don't do that. There's never been a time. You need an IV, and it's called epinephrine, and 14 rounds of CPR. Yeah. No. Yeah. Impossible. Lies. Excuse typo. Okay. Sorry. All right. Here we go. You see, Lisa writes, right, check. And why didn't they give the refund to her mother? Yeah. And by the way, what happened to the rest of the money Shanquella had allegedly for her trip? More to be answered. Great point. Great part. S. Carter says, hey, Ma, what's going on? S. Carter said, I'm glad you're live tonight. Thank you. I've been live for the last 3.5 hours. I'm getting ready to wrap it up and turn in here so we can get back tomorrow here on the chat. So I guess tomorrow, if y'all want to see, we go over those pictures again and we'll, see what this Zwinga person said. And, I'm only doing it for y'all because y'all know that I don't believe any of that stuff there. I like to stick to these facts and stuff like that. But I know that some people are torn because they really do believe. So I want to make sure that I go over it to show y'all, the parts that's, totally not real and stuff like that. So we don't get distracted with what they're trying to tell us here. All right, here go a new name. Marcella Festa says, hi, I did want to let you know there's another YouTuber that looked up the names that was on the receipts from the police report. The EMT that was in the picture, they have been EMTs for years. Thank you, Marcella. Appreciate that. Yeah. Well, if they was been EMTs for years, they sure look like a bunch of dummies just standing up there not knowing what to do. And they didn't even do anything, right? They didn't even try to do no CPR. They didn't even try to make an assessment. Yeah, it's not looking good for them, Marcella. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, nope, don't accept it. Don't accept. I was looking and seeing that her and Malik had a PP loan for 28 apiece. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we'll get back over here tomorrow. So I'd like to thank all of the new subscribers, all my, even the new members and stuff like that. Thank you for all the super chats for tonight. Y'all think I got a lot. Thank you, new members, all that stuff. Thank y'all so much. And I will see y'all tomorrow in the next video. And thank y'all again for all the love and support. Justice for Shanquella Robinson, where we speaking out the names up here. We speak